Let's play DR Sports Prediction Battle. Are you obsessed with football like me? Do you know your Senegal from your Switzerland, your Ghana from your Germany, your England from your Ecuador? Put your knowledge to the test against me or any of the others playing DR Sports Prediction Battle this World Cup. Sign up and play by clicking the link. You just have to get the most right to win. Being obsessed with football might actually pay off. Just look at me.
Of course, in the building, repping Argentina, you know, flag, kit, and everything.
Everything.
You see it.
Even the shoes.
So you know where he's standing today. And of course, I've got the lovely Charlene with me. How are you? Yes, people. Listen, make sure you're getting involved in a conversation on the chat. You know when I'm here, there's goals, and you know when I'm here, there's entertainment. Listen, get involved in the chat, get involved in the discussion, send your super chats as well, send your trivia questions, and listen, make sure you're getting involved in that prediction battle as well. There's daily prizes to be won in every single day. You don't have to get them all right, you just have to get the most right. So make sure you scan the QR code, click the link, get involved, get your predictions in. You've got until kickoff, as little as £1. You must be over 18 to play. Get involved. I'll be getting these guys' predictions very shortly as well. But should we jump straight into the lineups, actually?
Absolutely.
Like, let's get straight into it, because Argentina and Australia right now, two teams that have qualified. Oh, so we got Argentina, we got Emi Martinez in goal, we got Molina at right back, Christian Romero and Otamendi at centre back, and Acuna at left back. And then in midfield, we got Rodrigo de Paul, Enzo Fernandez, and McAllister. After scoring in the last game, of course, gets a start. Papu Gomez is back in the side today. Lionel Messi starts in the middle, and then Julian Alvarez gets another nod in the lineup. Doyle, how are you feeling about that Argentina lineup? Confident? Any surprises?
I was just listening to you then, lad, yeah. And they have not had the teams that they've been blessed with over the years, have they? Like when you like McAllister, good player and that, yeah. He is all right. But also the fact that he's starting, when we used to have like Lavettis and Agueros and all these different players, it does seem it's a bit mad. Otamendi at centre back, it's all a bit an old team mixed with some new lads. Got the Enzo Fernandez, he's Benfica lad, isn't he? Brilliant player. The Paul, there's all like dotted about. But it's sad to see actually that this is actually Messi's last ever try. And the team that he's with now is not the strongest it could have been, or that he's played with.
But coming into the tournament, they were favourites. 36 games unbeaten, and even Otamendi and Romero, I think as a partnership, they've kept the most clean sheets in the past 20 years for Argentina.
Do you know what I genuinely think,
They had a certain record, I think it was.
I think Emi Martinez has made a difference to that defence.
Because, for sure.
Honestly, when he was at Arsenal, he had a great spell, didn't he? I know you remember. And then he left for Aston Villa and he got regular football. And the goalkeeper they had before was, who was it? It was Romero or something, wasn't it?
Who?
The goalkeeper that they used to have.
Who?
Argentina.
Oh, Argentina? Yeah, it used to be Sergio Romero, and he used to be a bench warmer a lot of the time.
He was a bit shaky, so the fact that they've got Emi Martinez has given me a little bit of hope, and I think it's given Otamendi and the other lad in the centre-back a bit of, leeway, because he is a good goalkeeper. He's much better than what they've had.
I do hear what you're saying, though, because Lisandro Martinez has always been one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League this season, of course, as holding bench. I think he had a slight knock. Lautaro Martinez, who's another one possibly you think would have started maybe, but he hasn't had the best of tournament when he has played.
He's been a bit poor, hasn't he, lads? He had a one-on-one as well, which was a bit poor.
Are you surprised Dybala isn't getting any minutes at this tournament? Considering obviously he's such a big player, he's someone who I think a lot of fans would put in that kind of world-class bracket, if you like. Debatable for me, but are you surprised he hasn't got more minutes at this tournament?
Slightly, but I guess when you've got other options, I guess you're going to go for the other ones. So,
McAllister's in form, isn't he?
And McAllister got the goal as well, and then I think Molina at right back got the assist as well, so I understand why they're getting the nods. Papu Gomez I'm a little bit surprised about, because for me I think he had his kind of best year at Atlanta when it was 2017.
Yeah.
So since then he's been almost what I feel like on a steady decline.
That's what I mean.
I'm surprised he was the one that started, especially Palacios. I felt like Ezekiel Palacios is it when he came off the bench. He gave impact, and I thought if anyone's going to get a sniff ahead of Lautaro, it might be him. But so far, that's the Argentina lineup. I'll go through the Australian lineup as well. They've got Matt Ryan in goal, Deganek at right back, Harry Suter and Rolls at centre back, Behic at left back, Matthew Leckie at right wing, Aaron Moy and Irvine in the middle, Bacchus at left wing, McGree and Duke. Not many names that I recognise there, to be fair, apart from Matthew Leckie, Moy.
Matthew
Is there
Ryan.
any kind of
Matt
surprises?
Ryan's
I know
another
Matthew Leckie popped
ex-Arsenal.
up kind of key in their last game, but is there any surprises you're maybe thinking that Australia might cause for Argentina today, possibly?
I mean, the fact that they're here right now is a surprise in itself, isn't it? So they can always give teams a game without a shadow of a doubt. That goal that Leckie scored last game, that was boss, lad.
Yeah.
One-on-one. Lots of world-class players would miss that chance.
Yeah.
And he done really well with it. It's one of them. We were talking at the start, before the game, weren't we? We were saying we feel like Argentina are going to huff and puff and really try and just knock the house down. But whether or not it'll happen, and these Australian lads are going to be really up for it. Is this their first quarter-final in how long? Since 2006 or something?
Yeah.
2002, with their golden generation, Tim Cahill and all that. So they're going to be well up for this, lad, without a shadow of a doubt.
100%. I think since 2006, this is the first time they've got through to the knockout stages when they went out to Italy, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for Australia, this is a big one. And I think this is the first time coming out of Asia where they've had 3 countries in Japan, Korea and Australia all come out. So
Do you know what, lad? This is the first World Cup in history ever where there's more Asian teams in it in the last knockout rounds than there is South American teams, which is crazy, isn't it?
are you surprised by that, Charlene, that how well the Asian teams have performed at this tournament, especially Japan as well with their surprises.
Wonderful.
Korea on the last day popping up
I
against
know,
Portugal as well.
exactly.
Have you been
Being
shocked by that?
Absolutely outstanding, but I guess it just goes to show as well, don't undermine any teams because you just never know what can happen. Even when you look at like a team like Morocco, no one was probably expected them to do as well as they have done. So it just goes to show that.
And Lewis Brown even here says, Australia are going to surprise Argentina. Kadeem Kane says, come on, Australia. So there are definitely some Australian fans in the chat.
Come on,
obviously,
soccer,
everyone's expecting Argentina to win. But imagine if there is a twist. Imagine it ends up going penalties or something mad like that.
I know France didn't play exactly their first lineup and Brazil as well, but we saw the surprises there. We saw what Morocco have been able to do, go unbeaten in the group stage. I think Japan beating Spain and Germany. You could have put your mortgage on that not to happen before the tournament, and here we are type of thing. So this,
do you know what? Enia Lujo said this, right? Yeah, she said, and I seen it on the telly, she said about how all these Asian players now are playing in Spain, England, Germany. They don't have this inferiority complex that they used to have where they're going against these European clubs, nations, and they're thinking, we're not as good footballers. They are. They play against them, lad, every single week in their club team. So you're seeing it come to fruition now with the fact that they're getting through and they're not scared. When Japan played Germany, they went for it. When Japan played Spain, they went for it. And you notice it because they lost against Costa Rica because they probably thought they were the better team.
Yeah.
So they were a bit more complacent.
100%.
But when they were up for the task, they were up for the task, like, do you know what I mean? And same with South Korea, lad.
And even first game for Argentina in this tournament, you look back and think, would Saudi Arabia had a surprise?
Exactly.
Saudi Arabia
No one
didn't
was
even
expecting that.
Saudi Arabia didn't even qualify, whereas Australia have here. Could we maybe expect the same kind of surprise? Where you leaning? Are you more Australia today or
No, do you know
Argentina?
what? I'm
Where you
actually
leaning more?
Argentina.
Okay,
but, you know, now that we've got talking and everything,
Hey,
it's
I might
like,
have to be the Australia party
just
pooper
don't know,
here. Messi must go down.
But come on, with it being like Messi's last World Cup, you know, he's gonna want to get as far as possible, and I think he's gonna really show up and turn up for the team. So
I think this is kind of the perfect platform for Messi, having not scored in the knockout stages. Last hurrah.
Scored 2 in the knockout stages?
When?
Oh no, sorry, not the group stages. Pardon me.
Pardon me,
lad.
yes,
Pardon my
correct yourself.
Argentina.
I do my research.
Yeah, you do.
I do my research.
I heard it wrong.
Yeah?
I heard it wrong.
Listen, no goals in the knockout stage, and for a player of Messi, who we talk about as the GOAT, and listen, everyone can have their kind of debates or whatever where they rank him, but for someone of that caliber to not have scored in the knockout stage, for me, is surprising, to be fair. Not a shame or anything. I think sometimes it's been situational where he's kind of played teams that have been low blocks, or kind of maybe his team hasn't been as creative.
And also marked.
Some games he hasn't performed. Some games he's been triple teamed. Do you see what I'm saying? So it can happen. But for me, this is the perfect stage and a perfect platform now, I feel like. Especially as Argentina have gotten better in every game. His influence has grown a little bit stronger in every game. Australia now, I'm expecting a virtuoso tonight, in my opinion.
What's a virtuoso, lad?
I'm talking, you know, prime Messi. I'm 15, 16, picking up the spaces in those 10 pockets where his playmaking is just undeniable. You know now he can pick out a pass.
This is the point, lad. This is why everything that Messi has done for football and that Barcelona team, the stuff that we've watched them do over the years, it's such a different dynamic. The World Cup is crazy. You don't get two legs. You know, like when you play in the Champions League, you get a chance to mess up and then you can redeem yourself in the second one. This is all or nothing in one game. And with the players like him and Ronaldo and all these other players, if they don't necessarily score set pieces or free kicks, they can be difficult to score the goals, lad, because everybody knows he's that good that we're just going to kick him, we're going to mark him, we're going to make sure that he's not in the game. And that's why you're seeing all these peripheral players now, I think, scoring the goals.
Yeah.
But even this World Cup, lad, Messi has stepped up and he's scored important goals. He lost against Saudi Arabia, but he scored a pen. He missed one against Poland, but his team carried him, lad, and that's the point. He can trust his team because they are good footballers. I like that Enzo Fernandez, me. I think he's going to be a good little player.
He's been one of the few surprises for some people, I would say, of the tournament. Because of the way, I think there was a lot of clamour for him to start, having been on very good form at Benfica, but I think the Argentina manager had a pretty much settled lineup. Yeah. Once Lo Celso got injured, I think people expected him to come in. But he's been one of those, every time he's come in, you've seen the difference he's made. The quality he has on the ball, the quality he's got off it as well.
Shots as well, like good shots.
100%. I think the goal he scored in that second game was incredible. So
it was top bin as well, wasn't it?
Top bins, man, top bins. Boom. Let me just read out some chats here as well. You got Andy Nagoyan says, from Australia, Melbourne, but Argentina to win. Ooh,
you've got to back your team.
Going against the home team.
Not back in your country.
You never ever know, lads.
Is it because of Messi? Is it Messi that's swerving you for the Argentina win?
I see some people debating about whether Australia's in Asia. Guys, we know Australia is not in Asia. But as they qualify for the World Cup, they must go through the AFC, which is the Asian, of course, Confederation. So that's how we look at it. That's why we group them within Asia. Who else we got here?
I'm really looking forward to this game. You know, every time I watch Messi, and that's another thing, right? You've got to cherish these things because he's going to be gone in the next 2-3 years. That man's not playing football anymore, ever. Gone, finished.
This is his last World Cup.
Yeah, no, it's sad.
So you won't see him at this stage again for me, which is why I'm kind of like, I hope he grabs the game by the throat, where it's kind of like, not, oh, poor Messi. No, Messi left his mark regardless. He went down swinging. So for me, I think today is one of those days. And in the next round, who could they possibly play? Holland, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Netherlands.
Which is funny, right? Because I've got
Let me see you in the next round, number 10. Let me see you in the next round.
I'd like to watch that game, if I'm honest with you. My two sweetheart teams are literally Netherlands. Love them so much. And Argentina. You know, like when you just romanticise a certain team. I always liked Argentina because they were on the peripheral of Brazil and everyone focused on Brazil. And you've got wonderful players and they play wonderful football. And that's clear to see. But Argentina were always that rougher samba football. Does that make sense? They had hard fellas, lad, that were playing Mascherano and that, you know what I mean? But then you also had ballers, lad. They had Crespos and that. That could just slotty, you know what I mean?
For every Diego Simeone, there's a Pablo Aimar and a Riquelme.
I love that, and I love that type of like underdog story. I'm a Scouser, I support Liverpool, so that's like, I resonate with it massively, do you know what I mean? So, and Netherlands, we already talked countless amount of times about Netherlands. That's a game that we want to see. But they've got to get through today, haven't they, lads? There's no guarantee in this World Cup, like I said. The danger of it is getting complacent and not giving your all in the moments when you need to, because this is all or nothing. That's it. One game, and you're out.
No second chances.
That's it. You can concede it. So, what was it? Laura George, the French lady who played for Lyon, she said, I said it on the last stream, it doesn't matter about dominating game, it doesn't matter. She said a French saying, dominating the game doesn't matter, being efficient does, so you need to score your goals when you get the chances. So what I'm looking for from Messi is long shots, dictating the play, and if he gets a free kick, you slot that free kick. Like I've seen him against Liverpool do it, lads. I've seen it countless amounts of times.
You can pick it out.
He's brilliant.
One of the best free kick takers, in my opinion, of the last 10 years, for
That's
sure.
the responsibility he's got to take on his shoulders. He's got to step up and go, lads, I'll score this, give me this free kick. The same way Ronaldo does. Ronaldo, credit to him, he takes the big moments and he excels at them. So Messi has to do it on his last chance. And if anyone can do it,
and that's the thing. And I think Messi's always been seen as one of those, like, emotionally, he's very reserved. He's always very calm. He's always very within himself. This is the one time I want to see him almost unleash that caged animal, if that makes sense, where it's like, let's go and win this. And for me, listen, it's all in their hands. It's Argentina's to lose. As Winston here says, surely everyone wants Australia to win this, right? Listen, this World Cup has been full of stories and narratives. I think this could be the biggest World Cup disappointment if Australia do this. Would you say that? Would this be the
100%.
biggest in World Cup history, dare I say?
In World Cup history.
What could be a bigger disappointment than that?
South Korea.
Messi's final hurrah, the team that
Going
were the
out.
favourites against an Australia team that shouldn't have qualified out of the group.
On his 1000th game as well.
It's
Oh,
isn't
his
that
1000th
game?
game as
Lord!
well. Congratulations. Right, it even
Hey.
gets more crazy now.
Charlene, do you remember Wenger's 1000th game?
You don't want Messi to.
Jose dunked on him, boy!
Oh, mate.
Hey, thousands game hype! Hey, listen, there might be something planned today. Listen, send your score
Imagine.
predictions in as well. I need to know what you look, what the temperature's like today. Because I see there's a lot of Australia people in the chat as well. Big up yourselves.
Imagine there is something crazy that happens today.
Yeah, there could be bigger.
3-3 draw, penalties.
You've got South Korea v Brazil. You've got Japan against Croatia. There could be massive upsets, and this is definitely one that shapes up as a real one of them. So I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Not to quote Messi's biggest enemy, but to quote the famous Cristiano Ronaldo, I think I will love it. And I think I deserve. For sure.
Honestly, like Fuad, it just wants Messi to lose. I've been saying this for weeks.
No.
I want him to win. You have, lads. You have. You're Messi. No, you said Ronaldo doesn't win a World Cup and neither does Messi. None of them will.
But that's the key thing I want you to highlight. Is because people think I want it to be like, oh,
No,
Messi
the two
down,
goats, like, you just don't
Ronaldo
want
win.
them in.
I'm like, no, I don't want either one to win.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's been saying that for weeks.
Let their arguments be about the Ballon d'Ors and Champions League. Leave the World Cups away from them. So that way we can always have that kind of, was Diego maybe better? I like that. I like that little bit of discussion and free room. Because if Messi wins the World Cup, it's an open and shut case. No one can talk about it unless you get 7 Ballon d'Ors, unless you get a World Cup, unless you get 4 Champions League. I'm like, yo, this is impossible. He's been in the perfect Barcelona team with the perfect manager under Pep. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's too perfect. And the thing is, he's almost the perfect player as well. Like, genetically, the way this man has been gifted by God with footballing ability.
I'd say the opposite, lad.
No, Ronaldo
Messi
has worked his way.
He was the one gifted genetically.
In the training ground. That is not modified. That is graft.
For me,
Messi, though, blessed.
For me, Messi, I'm a football purist, lad. I love football. I'm a freestyler.
That's what he is. He's the purist.
So Messi is a natural-born footballer that wasn't given the gifts that Ronaldo was by biology, lad. Ronaldo could have played any sport he wanted to. He could have played basketball, baseball, American football, because he's got the physique and he's got that type of mentality. Messi couldn't.
No, Ronaldo. Do you remember him at United? Skinny, scrawny, goofy kid.
Built himself up though, lad. Unit now, lad. Yeah.
He's earned it.
I agree.
That's what they say. Genetic, biological.
I agree.
But guess what Messi did? Injections, growth hormones.
Because he was mad.
Guys were flying across the world to cheat the system.
No, lad. No.
We're on to you.
Did that make his feet faster?
We're on to you, little man.
Did that make his feet faster?
Coming.
Hey, did that little injection make his feet faster? No, lad. He was a natural born footballer.
Listen. I'm just joking here. Listen. Messi, undoubtedly, for me, one of the greatest players of all time and one of the greatest players you'll ever watch. If you actually enjoy the game of football and you don't enjoy this man, you don't love the game of football, in my opinion. You can have whatever opinion you like, but for me, as I said, I would like, if Ronaldo, neither Messi, didn't win the World Cup this year. I think Argentina, there's been too much clamour. I think Ronaldo, his time has come and gone. I think that's clear. For me, I said the perfect narrative would be Neymar to be crowned. I think if Neymar won it, if you think, for example, that would be something that neither Ronaldo nor Messi has. I feel like also, if you look at him amongst the Brazilian goats,
I do like the story.
He's not really held amongst the R9s, the Ronaldinho. Everyone looks at him like, he's done it at club level, but he's never done it for Brazil. Even when they won the Copa America in 2018, it was without him. So he's always seen as like, is he one of the greats for Brazil?
He won the Olympic thing, didn't he?
Olympics?
Yeah,
that's an under 23 tournament, mate. Come on, man. Like, so I feel like
not quite the same when you're like.
But if he delivered the World Cup, he has now something that Ronaldo and Messi neither have, and they took away the Ballon d'Ors from him. So
do you know what?
He can take that away from him.
You're such a troll, you know. Like,
I'm not.
I'm
just like stories.
I like the
I'm
story.
I'm a storyteller.
The story is wonderful. I hear it, but it's also just a troll, Messi and Ronaldo.
Hey,
That's it. You want Neymar to go, hey, you haven't got one of these.
This is what football's about. Football's about beautiful stories, man.
I like that.
And I want this story to be, listen, Neymar, he got injured. And then all of a sudden, when he came back, he drove Brazil to that final.
That would be cool.
How long is Neymar expected to be out for?
He's
I
back
think
in this
today,
game.
today,
Oh, is he?
today
Oh,
I
he's
saw a
back.
nice little neat finish in training.
Oh, okay.
He's cooking something. He's cooking something.
Deflated
So,
his ankle. Fantastic.
who are you at the moment got your favourites to still win it? Have you still got the team that you predicted at the start of the tournament?
100%.
You said Brazil, even though you're wearing an Argentina
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Close up on that, please. But okay, Brazil and Charlene, you went.
I'm England.
England.
Yeah.
Still sticking with that.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my team.
Fair play.
100%. But obviously, my secondary team is Morocco because I got them in the sweepstakes. So
And they've done well for themselves, actually.
exactly. So I'm backing both of them. But obviously, I want England to win.
I said Brazil, and I think I'm still sticking with that.
They're ridiculous, aren't they? Even though they lost to Cameroon, that was their second team, and they did rest players. And even so,
They had 5 or 6 chances to
Yeah.
put. Bruno G should have had a hat trick.
My Aunt Nelly should have scored.
Nelly should have had a hat trick. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Wasteful.
The less we speak on your boys, the better. All right, big up the top G as well.
Mate.
Andrew Tate in the chat, he says Ronaldo and Messi are not top Gs. I'm the GOAT.
Okay.
And who are you?
Fair play.
Oh, I think you read a name that we shouldn't have read there, lad, actually.
He says, Montana says, night out with Fuad would be a madness.
It would be, yeah, it's funny, lad.
Hey,
It's quite
hey.
funny, yeah.
Problem
And
is
he's not
you've got to get
talking
me on a night out.
absolute...
I'm one of those guys that don't leave my house. If it ain't football, I ain't leaving. Big up Chaos Assassin with a super chat as well. He says, 3 a.m. in Perth, Australia. Here we go. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Hey, was there any
Oi,
Australian
oi,
fans that
oi.
watched that last game, yeah? What was that night like for you? Because I've seen the scenes at 3 a.m. of big, massive crowds with big flares, and it was like dead late at night and everyone was drunk. I can imagine that was scenes. I would have loved to be part of that.
Mental.
Someone sent in a funny comment. Big up Machiavelli as well. He says, Doyle says he's a football purist, but he rates Salah. Oh my God! Oh, Machiavelli, big up yourself for that comment, man.
Anyone that says Salah's not one of the best
Oh, that is
goal scorers
hilarious.
is lying to
That is
themselves, lad.
hilarious, man. Oh
Hey,
my
We
God!
all know.
I thought it was going to be a comment on him supporting Brazil while wearing
Do you know
the
what's so
Argentina
funny?
shirt.
Hey, Al Guapo just sent in the chat as well. He said, Fuad, genuine question. Why do you dislike Morocco so much? You can tell by your body language and when you host.
Is that why you raised your eyebrow when I said I got Morocco as my second team?
No,
And you went,
I'm so confused by this.
I was going to say,
Bro, the clip, yeah?
Man
You
said-
lot shame me on that clip.
what clip was it?
All tournament, I've been saying nothing but praise about Morocco. Even prior to that game, I was like, yo, they're a good team, but this is kind of just a game where I can see them being wasteful. I could see a 0-0 draw. I didn't think I said, they clipped that up
You got-
and they
you
just
lads-
said, wow, 4 minutes go.
It's called a negative sandwich.
Do you know what?
right?
It was the timing. You literally said that, and then I was
And
like, and
then
then
4 minutes in,
scored.
and I was like, yo, I'm about to get, for the last 24 hours, the amount of Moroccan fans that have DM'd me, yo, I have no beef with the Moroccan community. Listen, I love y'all. Listen, I'm at the Moroccan restaurants on a regular. I love your culture. I love your people. Please, man, I want no trouble.
Make sure you love our team too.
Bro, I love everything.
Production team will get you, lad. So what you've got to do, yeah, it's called a negative sandwich there. So what you do, you put a positive, you put a negative, and you put a positive next to it. So that when they clip you, lad, you're like, fair play, yeah, all balanced and that. This way and that way.
They killed me. They killed me with that, man.
Yeah,
They
just clipped
killed
a
me
little
with
bit in
that.
the middle.
They killed me with that. But the players are just coming out. So let me get your prediction, guys. Guys, send your predictions in. I've seen a couple of them sent in, and I'll read them out. Make sure you get involved in a prediction battle as well. There's daily prizes to be won. Click the link in the description. Remember, you don't have to get them all right. You just have to get the most right. Must be over 18 to play. Get involved, guys. Link is in the description. Doyle, where are you going for your prediction?
I reckon 2-0, Messi scores, and Fernandez scores as well. 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
Charlene, where you going?
Do you know, big up all of our Australian family. I know we got loads of you that support us. But tonight, come on, it's Messi's last World Cup. 3-1, I'm going Argentina.
If Australia were playing anybody else, anyone, I'd be supporting the Socceroos. But because it's Messi, and I love Messi, I'm sorry, guys. We're all sorry, but we are supporting Messi today.
Yeah.
Except for Fuad.
Listen,
Fuad's
man,
not.
listen,
Innit?
man.
Fuad's not. He's a
What are you saying?
Listen,
Aussie win
I'm just
tonight?
trying to provide some balance in the studio, that's all. So I love an underdog story as well. and there have been a lot of surprises this tournament.
Yes,
so
there has.
I'm going to go for an Argentina 2-0 win.
I really thought you were going to go for an Australia win.
The heart wants what the heart wants, but the head is always in control, you know what I'm saying? But
Do you know what the biggest upset would be? Imagine if Korea beat Brazil. That would be the biggest upset I've ever seen.
I can't
That
like,
could, that's
I
a
can't, that
possibility.
would
lad.
ruin my whole
Small
mood for the
possibility.
tournament.
Wait, when is that?
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, the day after, I'm not even sure.
Oh, I can't
Mate,
no,
there's World Cup every
England
It's
tomorrow.
Monday
World
and
Cup
England
every day.
tomorrow.
We're covering it on DR. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, man.
There's been some wonderful upsets in this one. It's been beautiful to watch.
DNYG says 3-0 Argentina. Issa says 1-0 Australia. Bruh says Australia on pens.
Oh, penalty.
Seen a
the
few
thing now,
penalty
innit?
shouts coming in actually. Harvey says 2-2 penalties as well.
I forgot that. That's
Wow.
pens now, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's the game.
exactly.
Yeah.
Levy says 2-1 extra time. I don't know which way though.
Is that your Levy? Tottenham's Levy?
Let's hope not. Aaron Boom says 7-0 Argentina.
What?
This is the thing, right? I was saying on the last stream as well. When you're a national team, you can't necessarily go in the transfer window and fill gaps where you need them. So there is weaknesses in every single football team that's in this tournament right now, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
And you can see it, what we were talking about with Argentina earlier. Like Otamendi, for me, wasn't even good when he was in his prime, if I'm quite honest with you, lad, but he was a bit rash.
I feel like he's done a bit of career recovery though. Going
Yeah,
to
in Benfica and that. Yeah.
and, you know, sometimes when you're away from the Premier League limelight, you can just focus on rebuilding your career. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
probably
media
what
just
he's done
wanted
over the
to
last
destroy
2 years. A little bit of solidity there. National team has improved with Emi Martinez behind him.
it. Yeah.
So I think with some players like that, with the right protection, they can look good and they can be better than what their worst version at Man City were. I think Man
Goalkeeping
City,
makes
where you're
much
playing the
difference.
high line as well, it exposes you a lot. Guys like Demichelis and him were drowning out there because they don't have the mobility. But in a system like this, where you've got a keeper who can mop it up behind you as well, I think it can work. It's why for Harry Maguire as
I was
well,
about
for
to say
England, it works for England because he's protected in that back three system.
Yeah.
He
And
doesn't
it's
have
just,
to think at all, he just has to get his big
whereas
fat head
United,
on it.
it's like, you know what, we're going to go sometimes take games to the teams at United, and it's like, no way can he play that high line, because that's where he gets caught out. But Cola for Life says 3-0 Albi Celeste. Messash says 5-0 Argentina. Angry Guna says 5-0
Do you know what the
Argentina
game's
as
won
well.
here? The game is won again, and I said it in another game, is midfield. Argentina just have the edge in that midfield area, they really do. And also in attacking, but the defences are both lacking a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd say the goalkeeper is, Matty Ryan's a
Mate,
good
Matt
goalkeeper.
Ryan
lad.
looks
Yeah,
very
good,
small
good.
there, I can't lie to you. He looks about 5 foot tall.
He's a good goalkeeper though, he is a good goalkeeper,
Yeah.
mate. So, you know, he's got Premier League experience.
Did have a bit of a
tons and
clanger
tons
in the
of it.
group stage though, so he is prone to that as well, and he definitely was prone to that in his Brighton days as well. Jeff here says 1-0 Australia with Messi getting a red card in the 60th minute.
What?
I don't think Messi's ever done a slide tackle.
That would be one of the most.
You ever seen that? You ever seen Messi do a slide tackle ever?
I don't think I've ever even seen him get booked.
Neither have I.
Has
He might have scored
I'm
a
sure
goal
he's been
that
booked.
good, he got
but
booked for that.
I don't think I've actually ever seen Messi get booked. He's just one of those players, I don't know. He's
That's
just
why I love him,
lacks
lad.
emotion.
Ultimate professional. Very much a professional, lad.
He's a robot, man. Let's be
I
honest.
love him, lads.
One day
I-
we're going to discover that when Messi retires, he's just going to reboot. And people are going to be
Start
like,
another
this
sport."
guy was a robot the whole
Yeah,
time. It makes sense now why he
That's
could
why
move
he's
like
the
that.
GOAT.
Ash says Fuad the Messi hater. I'm not, man. God, I'm
Morocco
not here,
hater,
man.
the Messi hater.
He's just a
What
literal
the-
troll. That's what he is.
Oh, Chaos Assassin. Oh, Chaos Assassin responding to when you said, what was the reaction like for Australians, obviously with some of the goals. He says, I woke up my whole family during some of the goals.
Good lad.
Listen, it's 3 a.m. over there, so I imagine if
3
Australia
a.m.
score today, boy,
gonna be
I can't wait to see the
mental.
videos that come out of there. That is going to be mental.
Crazy.
I mean, as a neutral,
MM says he took his shirt off.
as a neutral, you
I
want.
imagine it's quite hot over there, so.
Yeah, that's another thing for them. For the winter, it's actually fine for them. And they're all out in
Exactly,
the gardens
perfect
and that.
temperatures.
Yeah. 2-1 Argentina, says Brad Muemma.
As a neutral, you want
Hey.
to see Australia score, don't you? And to make a good game of this
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
But otherwise, you want to see Messi come out on top.
Yeah,
That's what you wanna
100%. It's
Look
just
at
like
that
in
man.
the.
Look at him.
You got a
Fantastic
fresh
human
skin
being.
fade just for this game, boy.
Definitely fly out barbers into the World Cup.
Oh, definitely.
They do, don't
Oh,
they?
definitely. Mate, them
Look how
England
long
boys.
they got. Well, they could be out there for.
When I
Like a
saw the
month.
England boys, Saka and them, their skin face looked like they got touched before the game.
Yeah, yeah.
I said,
Literally.
nah.
Alison had a fresh fade yesterday, and I was like, where'd you get that from, lads? You had loads of hair the other day.
100% there's Barbara out there with
Must be, yeah.
For sure,
gotta be.
for sure. Well, listen, game's about to kick off, guys.
Let's
Ooh.
go!
In for a big one.
A massive one.
Aaron Moy just scores immediately from the halfway line.
Mate, did you see was it Croatia v Belgium? They did that. Kick-off, Modric said, Perisic getting behind, boom, route one, and they almost scored within like 11 seconds.
Yeah,
wow.
Oh, we was on that one.
We was on that one,
together.
yeah. I was like, yo, this is how you kick off a game, man.
Exactly.
It's off, lad, it's off.
There we go, and we've kicked off.
Lukaku in that game, by the way, oh my lord.
Oh, that was absolutely...
Oh
There was one that came over
my
to him,
gosh.
and he could have just headed it in, and it bounced off his tongue. And I remember being like, lads, your decision making in that moment made you flat.
Yeah.
What's going on, lad?
Lewis just sent in a super chat as well, because we was talking about did Messi ever get booked or not. And then he said, didn't Messi choke someone or grab their neck against Roma? I remember that as well, where he snapped. And do you remember also when Andrew Robertson...
I mean, terrible. Absolutely terrible, that, lads. But also, as
when
a
I tell
scouser,
you, that is one of my top 5 shithouse moments I've ever seen.
On the back of his head, lad.
Robertson had no business being in the centre of the pitch. Messi just innocently got fouled. This guy just decides, get out of the way, man. And Messi couldn't believe it and said, who is this?
Yeah.
Robert, what? Come here.
All right, mate, how you doing? Yeah, you're all right, yeah. And then at the end of the game, halfway through the game, Robbo goes up to him and he's like, yeah, sorry about that, lad. And Messi's like, are you messing? And slaps him on the back of the head, lad.
Yeah, man. That shit is funny, man.
Also, can we just also look at this, right? Yeah, I coordinated my fit today. Can we see the trainees here? Yeah,
Nah, that's
little bit of light blue.
I did mention that it matches your top.
No,
So it all going on.
You know what I'm saying? We've got some drip going on.
So Messi, score for me today, lad, because I've done this for you. I've dressed up for you, lads, okay?
So don't let Doyle down.
Now listen, I see what Charlene did as well, the black and gold as well. Nah.
Oh, no, yeah, Australia.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You know what I'm saying?
We kind of match in a bit
I
though,
like
the black
this,
and
all
yellow.
black cast, you know what I'm saying? It's only right, it's only right.
Sick.
I look like I'm about to rob the place, but hey, you know what I'm saying? We move.
So what's going on here? So I think Australia have been starting the game quite energetically, which is what you expect. This is what Argentina have got to be scared of, worried about, yeah. They're not going to give up. And they're going to be athletic.
If Australia are smart, they'll saw what Saudi Arabia did in that first game, and it was do not let Argentina build up their tempo, because I think that's what Argentina do. They almost strangle on you and just get a tighter grip, similar to what Liverpool do. To be fair, wave after wave, they just keep coming because they're that creative, but they have to be up on their neck pressure-wise, pressing and a high line, in my opinion. That line is good there. Don't drop to your edge of your box now. That's the last thing you need to do.
If you drop too deep, you invite pressure. If you do too high, you're playing too risky. So it's about finding that sweet middle ground, isn't it? Especially for a team that want to play such attacking football.
Sam says, Fuad, ask Doyle, how did he feel when Messi scored a hat-trick against Liverpool?
Crap. Really, 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 really crap. It was horrible. But then we beat him 4-0, so it was all right, kid. Hey, how did Messi feel when he lost 4-0? That's the question you got to ask, lad. I know Luis Suarez felt and Coutinho as well. They were both crying.
Tough times never last.
They never last.
Only tough people.
But still sporting them today, up to Messi and that, lad. But not at Anfield, lad, you know what I'm saying?
That's an up to Messi.
Is right, Robbo, lad. Yeah, that was wonderful. And that's what I mean. Like, so for example, in that tie, when we lost 3-0, we had a chance to redeem ourselves with the 4-0. And that was, it was
nice
amazing.
move there.
But you don't get that here. You don't, this is all or nothing now. Right now, you have to win.
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic, you know. For managers, for players, for fans, everything, it's so different. That's why you're getting shocks. This is why shocks are coming. Because it's all about that dynamic. Got to win.
Exactly.
It's not, you can't play out for a draw. You've got to win. That's why it brings some of the best football and some of the best goals. It's wonderful to watch sometimes. It really is. Like them, Ghana, who was it? Ghana and, who was it? Who did Ghana play
yesterday?
When it was 3-3? No, the one when it was 3-3 or 3-2.
Ghana, Uruguay.
Yeah.
That's it, Uruguay.
Not that game, but yeah, that was a good game as well. That was lovely.
The one before that you're talking about, was it South Korea?
No. Talking about how much we love the World Cup and we can't even remember the game.
There's been so many fixtures, can't keep up.
What's that handball? Looked like it hit his body before it hit his hand, if I'm honest.
Hit his bum, sort of.
Boo. It is funny, if you thought about, so if I'm thinking about England playing Argentina, they have got massive gaps to exploit, and I feel like England could, or a Brazil could, or a Portugal could exploit these gaps that they've got.
I think you could say that about most national teams this year.
What I was saying,
it's almost like I feel like every team has quality, but then every team has its holes as well.
Like if we beat Thingy in the next round, yeah, and we get France, then imagine Mbappe v Maguire. That's
spooky.
That's very
Spooky.
heavy. That's incredibly heavy. Do you think he's going to be scared of him in any way whatsoever? No.
Must be out of your mind.
Madness. But he'll be already scored a goal by the time Harry Maguire's turned around, lad, and looked at him. You know what I mean?
Mate, his shadow will spook Harry Maguire. I'm telling you, bro. Mbappe, aye. I'm saying Mbappe versus Trent. Trippier.
No, thank you.
Anybody on that left, come see me. Or on that right side, come see me.
Trent is my goat, lad. I love Trent so much, but
protect him in that game.
But I would never. There's no right back in the world that can defend against Mbappe. I'm sorry, there isn't. He's just phenomenal on the ball.
Wan-Bissaka.
Nah. Are you mad?
Bro.
Hey, do you remember when people were saying Aaron Wan-Bissaka had the same level as Trent?
I can't lie to you. Go watch back Paris Saint-Germain versus Man United, and you will see something very spooky. It is arguably the only player who I've seen. Now, mind you, I think Mbappe that day was having a bad day at the office. But my God, did Aaron Wan-Bissaka have a game that day as well. And I said, and listen, you got to give Aaron Wan-Bissaka his dues. He is not a great footballer, but defensively, what he can do.
He's got a fantastic
defensively, he's a great defender. I'll give him that. But he is not a great footballer. We can acknowledge that.
Yes.
No, Wan-Bissaka, I'm not joking with you. Wan-Bissaka could potentially lock up Mbappe, in my opinion. Because he's got the pace, he's got the strength, he's got the mobility.
Ask him, lad. Get a poll up. Could Wan-Bissaka stop Mbappe?
Just defensively.
Please agree with me.
Just defensively.
No, he could not.
I don't know.
A bit wild.
People, tell me in the comments, because I'm sure there's a lot of Man United fans as well there. Like, tell me if I'm being crazy, but I'm not someone who rates Aaron Wan-Bissaka highly, but I think from a defensive side of his game, I'm like, yo, that man can lock someone up. I've seen him lock up some high-profile players.
I agree. He's solid. He's
and
solid.
I was like,
solid
even
player.
those 2 years where he was drowning at United, I was like, going forward. Defensively, the other way, I was like, nah. Good luck.
Where is he now? Is he still?
He's still at United on bench. Dalot this season has been so good.
Yeah.
We've just forgotten about Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, literally.
I had one of my mates telling me Dalot's better than Trent today. I said that, and I said to him, I'm never going to talk to a footballer.
See, they're saying he's done it already. People are saying Reece James could.
Ooh, okay, that's...
Reece James could if he was fit, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka, no chance.
Do you know who probably could?
Reece James is a good shout.
I've got one here that's got the pace to keep up with
Darwin
him.
says, Fuad, speaking facts at Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's a beast at defence.
Maybe
Hakimi would get cooked.
Do you reckon?
Hakimi's great going forward, but defensively, he's not the greatest.
All I'm thinking about is pace. He can keep up with him with pace-wise, without a doubt. Whether or not he'll keep up with him defensively is a different thing. But I don't think, he's just incredible at the moment, Mbappe. I've never seen a player on the ball as quick as him, lad.
Miss Ha is saying he literally did stop him. And I'm telling you, in that game it was... Okay, yeah, some people are mentioning Tuanzebe as well. Listen, it was a Tuanzebe double up, but they were both dealing with Neymar and Mbappe. So I'm like, who the hell pre-game would have predicted Tuanzebe and Aaron Wan-Bissaka to lock
but also who would have predicted Man United to beat PSG in that day anyway? I think they were all having an off day. But you are right. If he stopped them, I hold my hands up. But right now, in the form that Mbappe's
in totality,
right now, could anybody stop? Right now, right this moment in this World Cup, who's stopping him?
Poll is up, guys. Let us know. There's a poll in the comment section. Let us know. Do you think Aaron Wan-Bissaka can stop Mbappe? Also, because it sounds mad. I know it sounds mad, but I need you lot to get your football caps on and just think from a nuanced perspective. We're not saying is he gonna get the better of him, but no, defensively, 1v1, taking him, because that's the one area where I'm like, Wan-Bissaka, I respect it. 1v1 defending.
I agree.
He is Spider-Man.
Brilliant.
He didn't get the name Spider-Man for no reason.
If Aaron Wan-Bissaka gave that to Trent, Trent would be the undisputed best right back.
And that's you see, those two, they are like the polar opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And everyone always tries to say Reece James is like this hybrid in the middle. I think Reece James is a little bit more attacking. Can be suspect sometimes defensively, but he is better than Trent.
I mean,
I do say, if you could add those two together, a Wan-Bissaka and a Trent, wow, you have the dream fullback.
I'm still in the man that Trent can defend, to be quite honest with you. I don't think he's the best defender in the world, but he's held to standards that just other players aren't, because he excels so well in his position.
So spooky?
He's brilliant. Trent is brilliant.
Right? Still only 23.
Yeah.
Imagine he's not even at the peak of his powers.
And he's won every single cup he can win.
So my thing I always
Trent
say is
a
give
fantastic
people time.
Football player,
I hope over the next 5 years that is one of those areas he kind of develops and you almost start to think of him as like, could he play in midfield?
What
He's that good
what
at
I would say
football.
is...
Well, he has been playing in midfield, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he does, even for Liverpool, what he does is he goes high, and then he drops into the centre, and Hendo drops back for him.
Yeah.
You know what, FIFA boss, there's a reason why you're called the boss. My bad.
Go on, show me.
There was a name we forgot. Kyle Walker.
Carl.
Kyle Walker
Yeah,
can
you know
go
what?
toe-to-toe with Mbappe.
And he's
even though
quick.
I'm sure Mbappe's cooked him previously.
Mbappe will cook everybody, lad.
Yeah.
He-
But if there is someone who can give him a tussle, Kyle Walker for sure. Number 1 recovery defender.
I agree. I do agree with that.
So
He's
if we
got-
come up against France, it's Walker.
I genuinely would put Walker and Stones next to each other because they're faster than putting Maguire next to him. I put them right next to each other and say, lads, you two got to double up on this kid because he's serious.
Cooking.
I really would. Even who are we playing right mid? Saka. I'd stick Saka there as well because he's got a defensive mind about him.
Yeah, he's
and I'd say all
Get back
three of
and
you
do your
lads,
doggies.
this is your wing, lad. You don't let him run up and down it. You make him swap wing if you have to, lad.
Do you know what the problem is with that though? France are so good, you leave Griezmann wide open, you leave Dembouz wide open, you leave Giroud
I'll
wide
take the
open.
risk for that, lad, because if you leave Mbappe just on his own, lad, he's going to score no matter what. He's a goal-a-game player, lad, and Griezmann
You know what
miss
Mbappe can do
chances.
though?
What?
Did you see what he did to that Polish defender?
Yeah.
He just did the 2 start step.
Bro, and then nutmeg them, and then nutmeg them. It was mad.
I've never seen someone jump out of their skin out of movement. You know, Mbappe didn't even have the
Shook
ball.
his shoulder, lad.
Bro, he did
You know
not
what I mean?
have the ball. The guy just said,
The
Booed
Premier
him, lad. Oh, I shouldn't even say that, should I?
crumbled. Mad.
It's mad. And that's the type of, not only is he a fantastic footballer, he intimidates people. And when people are on form, there's a different type of mentality against defending them. You're like, oh, I've got to take an extra step. I've got to be a little bit further back. And you don't necessarily play your natural game. And that's what Mbappe is doing to people at the moment, making them literally just panic. Because he's so quick. He's electric.
So basically, where's the
He's probably
posting?
the best player in the world now, isn't he? Shall we, do we agree on that?
I do.
Yeah.
I said that, yeah. I think these
Who
are the
else
type
tops
of
him?
tournaments where you kind of elevate yourself to those stages.
Oh,
Argentina breaking through here.
Argentina?
Ooh.
I think
Australia have defended well these first 10 minutes, man. Give them their dues.
I think Musiala is on the come up, mate. I think he's going to be a really good contender. Maybe not for goal scoring, but for the type of effect he's going to have the game and playmaking and dribbling. He's going to be the next golden boy for me. If I'm quite
Musiala?
honest with you. Musiala, yeah. I just think he's incredible, lad. Watching him for Germany was just...
Do you know who's the one for me? Pedri.
Pedri's brilliant as well.
Pedri's the one I
Gavi
look
and
at,
Pedri,
and
lad,
I'm
both
like,
of them.
bro,
It's like Iniesta and Xavi
you
rebooted,
could
didn't
just see he's going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Like, I can just see a Pedri Ballon d'Or picture already. Within the next 8 years, I can see it.
Mbappe's won a World Cup, he's won the Liga, he's won his domestic cups. The only thing he needs now is a Premier League and a Champions League, innit? Wow, how young are these kids to be winning all these trophies? It's madness.
It's absolutely
Greatness
crazy.
starts early. Oh my God.
Oh, impressive.
Australia defending really well here, just stopping them at the last line. Offside there, though.
Alvarez, that's another one as well. He's a City player, lad. He's a serious footballer.
Ooh.
That was no one. Oh, wrong one.
What's the post saying with the Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah, I would like to see that because.
Where's the ball? I can't even see it.
Wow.
So it looks like I was
wow,
right. So
almost 50% in agreement.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not absurd to think it. That's I like that you lot have your football brains on there. If it was like a landslide, no, I would have been like, come on, man, you lot are just being.
I see the
You lot
points
are
that you're
just hearing
saying.
the name Wan-Bissaka and just saying no chance. And I'm like, no, look at it from an actual 1v1 defense v attack perspective. Oh, good God. Good. You're not going to clip that, are you? Good God. Oh, man. This is why I'm putting my Instagram profile on private today. I'm sick of you lot.
Mbappe's intelligence as well, lad. And I think he'd
I like
suss
that
out.
one.
He'd suss out Aaron Wan-Bissaka trying to slide tackle him all the time, lad. And he'd do that thing, lad. He'd shimmy, send him one way, lad.
Yeah.
He's that
Sorry,
good,
guys.
Mbappe.
I know we keep talking about other topics aside from the game as well, but this chat has just come in as well. That's a great one. Just on that topic, you were talking about Musiala and Pedri there. Start, sub, or sell Musiala, Bellingham, or Pedri? Who are you doing?
Start, bench, or sell. That's heavy. I'm going to say I'll start Bellingham because he's the most complete out of all of them. Maybe Pedri's very complete as well, but defensively I still think Jude has got the edge on him. I'd bench Pedri and I'd sell Musiala because he's wonderful to watch, but he's still only 19 and he's still got that like
Ooh,
young. I know. Listen. You just
Yeah,
asked me a very difficult question.
And then you said, yeah, I'll
Very
sell him.
difficult question. But the two lads you put in front of me as well, they're just as exceptional, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like they've got a little bit of an edge on certain things. Musiala is in the development. I think he's going to be one of them type of players when he's 23, 24, 25. Incredible. But Bellingham is already fully built, ready, can play now in any team in the world and he'll do a job.
Yeah.
And Pedri's the same. Go into any team and do a job.
What do you say?
No, I 100% agree with Doyle, yeah.
Damn.
Bellingham as well, man, like, just an absolute superstar.
I love Bellingham, but
Yeah.
I'm selling him.
You sell Bellingham?
You got to go,
That's
boy.
mad. And
Pedri starts. No question about
I
it.
can
For me,
hear it, lad.
the maturest, the elitist, the highest technical ability, the all-round footballer, for sure. I think I look at the three of them, and I think Musiala maybe has the highest ceiling. So I look at it like I have to put you on bench. And then I look at Bellingham, and I'm like, I think you're probably right now maybe the best of the three, but I'm looking at it, you know, in totality. Pedri for me is the best all-round talent, and then Musiala's got the highest ceiling. So I go start Pedri, bench Musiala, sell Bellingham.
I thought the question was right
It's
now.
almost by process of elimination rather than just sell Jude because I don't want him.
But right now, though, it will be Jude, wouldn't it, that you'd have on the bench? Or
No, I'm selling
right
Jude.
now.
Right now.
Without your 5-year plan in your head.
Without the
Fuad,
5-year
the
plan in my
manager.
head, I'm still taking Musiala now. What he's doing for Bayern this year, what he's doing at this World Cup,
Fair play.
this World Cup has really made me be like, oh no, Musiala's a man now.
Yeah,
I know we still look at him because, do you know what it is? Musiala, the shirts are too big for him.
Yeah.
And so we still look at him with like, oh,
A little kid.
little Bambi,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at him. But no, he's playing like a grown-ass man. It's
Yeah.
like Phil Foden. We still look at Phil Foden with those Bambi eyes, but they're playing like grown men.
And putting grown men numbers in as well, lad.
And
yes.
I'm like,
not
you know,
really, with Foden, I don't know, I feel like
Foden, do you know when I started respecting Foden? When he was doing it in the Champions League. That year when they got to the final, if you watch knockout stages, he was scoring important goals, big performances. And then in the league, I felt like this year he's gotten much better than he was last year. For me, Foden has been consistent for Man City regular starter for the last 18 months or so. Prior to that, he was in and out of the side. Now we got to treat him like a grown man rather than, you know, oh, little Foden, oh, nice,
Yeah,
he's
and
got
that's why-
5 goals.
Yeah.
No, last season Foden got, I think, 15 and 15.
That's mad.
Already now he's scoring bags of goals as well. That's why everyone demanded that he started the
man.
game, because he is similar to Musiala, and that's it. He's direct, he'll run at you, he's incredibly technically gifted. He's probably the best English talent at the moment, and then Jude Bellingham. But how old's Foden now, lad?
Maybe
I
like
believe
23?
21, 23?
No. I don't even think he's 23.
I think he's like 21.
22?
I think 21, 22.
So young.
Still a baby, man.
For tomorrow's game, who
22.
starts? 22, there you go. Who
England.
starts for you, lot?
For me, he has to start.
Well,
for me, it has to be
Rashford has
Kane.
to start after
Yeah.
that performance.
It would be
like,
Kane, Rashford, Foden, Saka. Simple. Drop Mount.
You want
That's your-
Foden number 10, don't you?
Foden in the 10,
That'd be nice,
and
that,
the
you know.
specific instruction to Harry Kane to say, don't you dare drop
Yeah.
deep. Stay in the box. Foden will feed you.
And
That's it.
Okay, so I would actually, and the reason I like this, and so I would want Bellingham and Hendo, because he's a leader in the middle.
Stop, Doyle.
Leader
Stop.
in the middle of
No.
the pitch. Let me finish, lad.
Ban
Let
Hendo.
me finish, bro.
Send him home.
No, right? Hendo and Bellingham in the middle, yeah? And then my man Trent on the right, so that Hendo can put back.
Are you being biased?
Oh my God, Australia here. Oh, is that a
Absolutely
penalty?
not. Who would you have start in front of Hendo?
What do you mean? I would have Bellingham and Rice.
That's who I'd have as well.
Voila, simple.
Nah.
I would bring
for me,
Hendo
that
on
double
later
pivot
on if
is-
needed,
yeah.
But I think Rice is essential.
Mate,
There's no leader
Rice
in that midfield.
is-
Who's the
is
leader in that midfield?
Rice is the pillar.
Who
that
is the
midfield
leader
is
in
built.
that midfield?
What do you
Rice.
mean? Rice.
No, doesn't do it like Hendo.
Rice,
Doesn't do it
baby.
like Hendo.
Yeah.
Rice, I'll power my hands up. Rice is a better footballer
Listen.
than Hendo, but he's not a better leader. And
Mate.
he isn't.
West Ham captain, age 20.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
West
Listen,
Ham-
if we need to,
We
we
took
bring
over
Hendo
from
on.
Mark
West Ham.
Noble.
West
Yeah.
Ham.
All right, take your
Rice.
Liverpool hat off. No disrespect to Henderson, but come on, it's
Nah.
got to be Rice.
I want to see, the reason why I want to see Hendo start is because he covers for Trent a lot, and I want to see Trent start so he can win.
Why don't we not start Trent and start Walker?
Because, why would they start Trent instead of Walker?
Yeah.
Because Harry Kane's playing, and Harry Kane, if he stays in the box, will have the best delivery he will have from any player in that team. It's like
That's
a match
true.
made in
I do
heaven.
like,
Trent to Harry
Trent's
Kane is like
delivery.
heavenly assists. That's made in heaven. That needs to
That's
happen.
true, actually. I do
It
like
needs
his
to happen.
deliveries.
But maybe maybe there's an argument for Rice and instead of Hendo. But I just do feel like Hendo is a better leader, more mature, more experienced in these big, intense games. Rice is brilliant.
Sounds like Liverpool bias.
Maybe Rice and Hendo. Maybe Rice and Hendo. Genuinely.
We don't need to force Hendo.
I like
We don't need
Hendo
to
in the
force Hendo.
midfield.
He ain't that
Yeah,
good.
I do.
He ain't good enough to force in the midfield.
No,
Nice
man.
Hendo. Nobody likes Hendo, but he's captain Liverpool to win every single cup, lad.
I like Jordan Henderson, but for this game, it's got to be Rice and Bellingham.
I would like Hendo and Rice. I'll amend it. Hendo and Rice. I agree. And then put Foden at the top
20
with a free
minutes.
license to do whatever he wants. But them two have to stay. They have to stay there, command the midfield, command the back line, and let Trent do his thing with Foden doing his thing. We need to get our most creative sparks in the team. That's the way I see it. And I'm just trying to find a way to fit them into the team. That's what I'm trying to find a way. And I need 2 defensive mids to do that. Solid defensive mids. And I do feel like Hendo has more experience in these big games than any other player in this team.
What
Yeah, there's
have
no
you been
denying
watching?
that.
Have you watched many Australia games this tournament?
Yeah, few.
Have you seen this Harry Suter at centre back?
Yeah.
Bruv,
Is that right, lad?
he has been a monster
Yeah?
all tournament. And I'm just seeing him putting a couple of big tackles in there. 80% possession so far to 20 for Argentina, by the way, and 20 minutes just gone. But
Still 0-0.
Australia basically are playing this kind of almost mid-block. They're not dropping too deep. But that guy at the back, Harry Suter, bruv, I've got my eye on him. Do you know what he's got written all over him? Brighton centre back.
I knew it!
I swear to you. Because you know, oversized defenders, whether it's Lewis Dunk, Dan Burn,
Shane Duffy.
Shane Duffy, that is the Brighton school of centre-backs right there. Harry Suter, remember where you heard it first.
I massively agree
Bro,
with that.
he
That's
is-
the way you
how
said that, I
tall
was
is
like,
he?
Brighton. That's where he would go.
How tall is he? Because, bro, he is looking...
6'6".
Yeah, man.
Bloody hell.
That is a failed basketballer. And guess what? Born in Aberdeen, Scotland.
Aberdeen there, Paul. They've got football heritage. That city as well.
Came through playing for Scotland under 17s, under 19s, and then switched to Australia for the under 23s, which I think would have been the Olympics, of course, because it's only 4 caps I can see here.
Scotland are mad, aren't they? They produce so many wonderful footballers and so many wonderful managers, but they just can't seem to get it together on the international stage, lad. It's actually mad.
Yeah.
That country has so much football heritage. It's unbelievable. Why can't they do it? What is it with Scotland?
My God, man. People are saying Bellingham and Rice don't work together. Hendo is too old to keep up with the pace now.
What are you talking about?
Oh, and AFC Max sends a super chat. Big up yourself. He says, "Where was Henderson in the big games you lost those last season, huh?"
Brother, he's
Those
won a
LFC
Champions League, a
Wait.
Premier League.
Let me finish the super chat.
Sorry, Brett.
Yeah.
Don't
he
forget,
says-
we got Calvin
He
Phillips
says
as well.
these LFC man got humbled at the Emirates. Facts, Fuad. Put respect on Harry from Stoke.
Hey, it's the first time they beat us in like 6 years and we got humbled, bro. How about 4-0 last season when you got smoked? Or the time before that?
Oh,
Or
snap.
the time before that? Or the time before that
Wow.
when you all got smoked? I don't understand what this is. You beat us once in 6 years. Good for you, lads. Enjoy it. Bloody hell.
That's crazy.
Hit a soft
Harry
spot.
Suter's
You know what I
brother.
mean?
Harry Suter's brother John plays for Scotland apparently. That's crazy. I always find that funny when you've got 2 brothers in a family that play for different countries.
Like Thiago.
Thiago, you've got the Williams brothers,
Yeah.
you've got the Boateng brothers. I love it.
Boss, innit?
Yeah.
I do like that myself.
A little bit of in-house rivalry.
Yeah.
I wonder who the family go and support on that day they're playing each other.
Both of them, I guess.
Like,
You know what I mean?
no, but the family is actually half and half. So, for example, where you've got half Ghanaian, half German, you're mixed there. One half of the family is actually German. One half of the family is actually
Well, then
Ghanaian.
that's going to be that, isn't it? So if your ma,
So
if your
it's
ma's
like,
from
no.
Spain, if your ma's from Spain, your
Dad
dad's
is
from
like,
Brazil.
yo, I'm against
Yeah, mum's
myself.
side, dad's side.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So one of the parents has to actually hate their child for the day. This is what you're not getting into the parent mindset. It's mad.
What about Calvin Phillips?
He's played 40 minutes of football. He's not going to be on the pace. He's not on form.
Hold
yes,
on.
he was fantastic.
Someone said the Shaka brothers.
Shaka brothers? Is Shaka got a brother?
Shaka has a brother.
He plays for Albania?
Oh, snap! Of course he does because Shaka's Albanian, just like
Yeah.
Shaqiri, which is why they do the celebration. Yep,
And
yep. That is very true. And I knew as well that Shaka had a brother. I don't know why I forgot
I didn't know that. Yeah, anyway, Calvin Phillips, right.
Toulant.
Him and Rice in the last tournament in Euros, 2 best players. Without a doubt, they were wonderful to watch. But Calvin Phillips has just not played enough minutes for me to be in that starting lineup in a knockout game where everything matters. It doesn't work for me. You need to have players that are on form right now, and that's Bellingham, Rice, and Hendo to me. They're the players that need to start. They'll all be rotated at least. I think what Gareth Southgate needs to actually do is utilise all of these players. So maybe they don't start, maybe Hendo doesn't start, maybe Trent doesn't start. But if we're not doing the things that we need to do, he needs to bring on the most creative players to do the things that we want to do. And he's got so much tools
here's something crazy. Here's something crazy, yeah. I don't know if England have ever considered this year. Mason Mount in the 8 role.
No.
And I ask this because let's be honest, yeah. No. Let's have an honest conversation about Mason Mount, yeah. Mason Mount is not a right winger. Mason Mount, in my opinion, is not creative enough to be a number 10. He is a creative player, but he's more known for his industry, his off-the-ball running. I think he's got very neat technical ability. So in my opinion, I think he is actually naturally, his game is designed to be a number 8.
I agree with you, but he can't tackle.
The problem is everyone's saying, oh, we don't have enough creativity in that midfield. Cool, play Foden in the 10.
I agree with
You've got someone a little bit more technically secure in a deeper role with Mount. And then next to him, you play a lockdown guy like a Bellingham or Rice, who you say, you just sit there and mop up.
Everything that Mount can do, Bellingham can do.
Who?
Bellingham.
Everything Mount can do, Bellingham can do.
Maybe not score a free kick. The only thing he probably can't
do. If you're saying you want someone a little bit more fluid and going forward offers a little bit more, for me, if Bellingham doesn't satisfy you, Henderson isn't the solution. I'd rather go for Mount in the 8.
I mean, that's maybe another poll then. So would you rather have Mount as a number 8 than Hendo? That is mad to me. In my opinion, Hendo has won, and I'm not being biased, he's won all the cups. He has. So that means he has experience.
The Liverpool and the Chelsea, saying Hendo.
No, he spares him.
Listen.
He's just got experience.
And the worst thing is, I ain't no like Mason Mount fan, and trust me, I think last Euros he was one of the worst players for England. I think this tournament he's been awful as well. I'm not saying he should start, but I think for me, for those roles he plays for England at the moment, they are not getting the best out of him. They might do at Chelsea, but for England it's completely different.
I agree.
And you don't know. I think Mason Mount's a good player, but.
That's another
even
one.
Maddison.
Yeah, Maddison, yeah.
But here's a question: could Maddison play in the 8?
No. When you play
so
a number 8,
then maybe you'd have to put Rice on an island by himself and then have Foden and Maddison in front
of him. The role of a number 8.
That's too much freedom. Gareth would never let that happen.
The role of a number 8 is to do everything. You can shoot, you can pass, you can tackle, you can pull the strings, you can do everything. That's the role of a number 8. Steven Gerrard is the example of a perfect number 8. Jude Bellingham is a great number 8. He's going to be one of the best number 8s. He's going on that path anyway. He looks like he's going to be. That's an 8. Mount is in between an 8 and a 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's not quite an 8. He's not quite a 10. He's a great technical footballer, but we need players that lock down positions. And for me, the players that lock down positions are Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, and Jordan Henderson. And also, I love Phil Foden in number 10. That's exactly what we want. I'd love to see Foden and Trent and Harry Kane at the top. That is so much wonderful stuff could happen with that trilogy.
Listen, Australia are just starting to wake up in this game now.
Yeah, they are. They are.
27 minutes in, it's still 0-0.
It's a corner to these big Socceroos as well. This 6'6" geezer, get on this. Oh, look at Emi Martinez's head, lad. He's got the big, he's got the Argentinian flag in his head.
Oi, AFC Max has come back to you as well. He said, guess what, mate?
What?
We won the league at Anfield. Have you done that?
At 1 of 9 minutes. Have you won a Champions League though? That's mad, isn't it? We've won a Premier League, lad, but you haven't won a Champions League. In fact, we've got 6 Champions League. How many have you got, lad?
I'm an Arsenal fan as well, by the way.
Comment how many Champions Leagues you've got for us, lad. That would be great. Can't come at Liverpool. I'm sorry, you can't. It's one of them. You can't this season because we've been poor. Overall, though, we're one of the most successful teams in the world.
You lot have been piss poor this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely, really poor. Last 5 years, though, one of the best teams in the world. That's it. There's no doubt about it. 3 Champions League finals, 1 Champions League, every single cup done. What? There's nothing more to say.
Look at that, man. Harry Suter towering above everyone, man.
Get
that lad. Man out of Stoke, man. I'm telling you, get him in the Prem.
You can see it, can't you?
Mate, I'm telling you, that guy has a Prem. After lighting up the World Cup like this, yeah. Bottom half team, they should take that.
Actually,
easy.
on the Premier League thing that we're talking about, so Arsenal right now first, right? So they're gonna be great suitors for any type of player in the World Cup right now. All the young people, even experienced players, they're going to go and look at the Premier League and go, Arsenal first, a good upward trajectory, all of that type of stuff.
5 points clear of City.
Any players, you haven't played them yet though, any players that you're looking at in this World Cup that you want?
I haven't, there's no one where I'm like, yeah, I want that player just yet.
Fair play.
But I do feel like we perhaps need a striker because Jesus has been, he's out with a knee injury now. So he's probably not going to be back till January. And obviously we've got Eddie Nketiah. But other than that, you know, we need some help in that striking force. So I do feel like we need a striker, but there's no one where I'm like, oh yeah, I want him.
I think you need a big lad, mate. That's what I think you need. You need a big target man that can sort of change the dynamic when you need it to. Having said that, you've been done incredibly well this season. You're playing some of the best attacking football in the league, if not the best.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like you need anyone right now, but if someone gets injured, that's where the difference will come in. And also, when you go into Europe now, you've got to play your first team. There's no more playing your B team. You haven't got the opportunity to do that no more. If you want to win that cup, you have to play your first team. And that means they're going to have to play lots of games in a week. That's going to take its toll on the players 100%. After playing a World Cup.
Would you take a punt on someone like Mitrovic?
Oh, this question has been asked before.
That's good. That, you know, like, that was great.
This is why I'm the host, baby. It's why I'm the host.
That was good. Mitrovic would be brilliant. I like that shout.
Would you take that? Because he's someone I feel like is... Those question marks of can he do it in the Prem, I feel like have been answered. World Cup now, you're seeing him turn up for his country as well.
Exactly.
So it's one of those things that every level you would kind of have questions over him. I feel like he's almost waiting for that big move. He's at that age as well, 28, 29, where, you know, he's a bit more mature now. He's a handful. He's one of those guys, even if he's not scoring goals, just that last 5 minutes, launch the ball into the box, you've got a threat there. It's one of those things, like I say, with physical, whether you've got pace or size, as long as you've got that physical extreme, you're always a threat. It's the same thing that you say with Werner. Like, Chelsea fans hated him, but I'm like, you hate him, but the guy is always getting in position to score. Just a shame he misses them.
Like, Germany missed him. Germany missed Werner, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. They needed him to play on the back line, to run out defences.
That guy stretches games. He is no centre-back enjoys playing Werner, I'll tell you that.
Because you have to chase after him all the time.
You have to chase this guy and be harassed all the time. So for me, I'm like, I don't know. Is he someone you'd kind of maybe think Fulham, if they... Well, they're doing okay. They look like they might survive. But if they start getting dragged into the relegation zone, end of the season, you're thinking summer, are you thinking maybe? Or would you go January?
Do you know what? My expectations have been so high because obviously I had my eyes on Haaland. Listen, last transfer window. Last transfer window. Yeah, I know we didn't do, you know, the greatest last season.
I thought she was going to say Vlahovic.
But
Haaland.
No, I did. I just.
You tripping?
A girl can dream, you know.
Go on.
But yeah, so when you're sort of looking at a player like Haaland, and that's your expectation, regardless of, you know, how the season's been, the comparison to Mitrovic, it's like, oh, it's not quite the same, but.
a bit of a disappointment. I get it. No, I get it.
But do you get my drift? Like, that is the type of player that I want. But, all right, in reality, I guess Mitrovic, he's okay.
Even if let's say not even Mitrovic. I was going to say Ivan Toney.
He's another player. I would probably take Toney over Mitrovic.
Hasn't he got beef with Arsenal,
though? I think secretly he probably wants to come to Arsenal.
He'd be great for you.
He would be. I think he would be a better fit than Mitrovic.
His announcement video would be deleting that tweet.
I agree with that.
Or it would be actually having a kickabout in North London, whatever it was, and then him holding the shirt up. I can just see it. It'd be poetic.
Do you know what? This January transfer window, I'll take him.
Ooh, this is a good one. And I think for Spurs, just to answer that. For Spurs, do you know who I would take? Mohamed Kudus.
Yeah, Kudus. He's linked with Liverpool as well.
We need that number 10/winger, can fill in maybe when Son's a little bit off form. Can maybe fill in the gap, you know, if Kane, Richarlison isn't there as well. Can maybe play the 8, I don't know. But
he's linked with Liverpool.
Very versatile, linked to both of us, to be fair. So I'm like, I don't mind either one, player.
I know strikers that you can have if you want.
Who?
That one.
Who?
What?
You said
what?
Did you?
And then watch me in the next Liverpool game. And then watch me in the next Liverpool game.
Don't you want him?
Nah, do you know what? Darwin Núñez.
I'll give you half price if you come in January.
Yeah, literally.
Darwin Núñez is a great goal scorer.
But
That's it.
so you don't want him.
But he's not the...
He don't excite you.
No, he does excite me. In
Messi
not,
with
maybe
a
not
free
in the
kick
right
on
ways,
the right
but
side
just,
here. Can he give us something? You said free kicks. Let's go, Messi. No. Australia dealing with it, man. I'm telling you. Harry
that
Suter's
touch.
got the
See that
Marshall
type of
line
stuff
back
there?
there.
He just...
Oh, on the edge here.
Go.
Oh, Messi. Oh! Messi! Messi! Messi!
Oh!
1-0. Hey,
31
listen.
minutes it's
When we
taken.
ask for the big players to step up, what do?
They step up, homie.
That's what they do. Listen, straight from the free kick, cleared out by Australia, comes out to the edge of the box. They tried to do a 1-2. I don't know whether that was a misplaced pass, but Messi gets the rebound and just says, vintage. Hold this in the bottom corner.
That was brilliant.
Beautiful.
That's Messi.
1-0. Listen.
I love to see him step up like that, you know.
think
He's
that
always
should-
criticised, lad, but
Mate,
look that.
That
Wonderful.
should calm down Argentina nerves. That should calm down Doyle nerves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Argentina!
Let's
You
go.
First ever World Cup knockout stage goal.
It is, yeah.
For Lionel Messi, man. And what a goal. Look at it. Cool as you like. Nutmeg the
Beautiful.
defender as well. Woo!
Dead hard, dead low, sorted.
Hey, that's my boy Harry as well. Ah!
Brilliant, that.
Harry,
Jeez.
I hate it had to be you, my boy. I hate it had to be you.
Suter.
Damn
On
it.
his bum.
Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi.
Encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi. Brilliant.
Beautiful.
What does that actually mean?
I have no clue to be
Encara
fair.
Messi, encara Messi, encara
I
Messi,
thought
encara Messi.
Ankara was a city in Turkey.
There is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think the commentators mean a city in Turkey, Messi, a city in Turkey, Messi, a city in Turkey. I don't know.
Maybe he's booking his holiday. Got interrupted. Messi? Turkey.
Ask the comments, they'll let you know what it means.
Ankara Messi. Yeah.
Ankara
Any
Messi,
Spaniards
Ankara
in the comments, let us know what Ankara Messi means.
That's it. Come on, Messi.
Oh, sorry, Socceroos, I know big game for you and stuff, but it's really, it's
Hey,
wonderful
man.
to see one of the GOATs take
Some
the
of
game.
those guys are going straight to bed, man. It's 3 a.m. over there.
It's not over. It's
no,
not
it's
over.
only 1-0.
It's definitely
Ooh,
not
ooh.
Look
over.
at what happened in the Netherlands-USA game.
Yeah, they nearly come back like that.
Exactly. So
Goal on his 1000th game as well. Oof. Great way to land the occasion.
I'm really happy for him there, you know, really, really am. That was wonderful, that.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi!
Come on, lads, give us a game.
So now what would be wonderful would be an Australian goal, yeah? They take it to the 90th minute. It's the extra time, what's the goal, 6
Rossing one
pence?
in the 88th minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Free kick from 40 yards, lad. Yeah, like the one against Liverpool.
And
You're on
then
it?
just silently
Yeah, love
giving
that.
it the old fingers.
It's extra time, ain't it?
I've
Is it,
been
yeah?
hating super
I'm
hot.
assuming so. Is it Fuad, do you know?
Yeah, extra
Yeah,
times.
extra time and then pens.
Okay. Look at them Argentinian fans on the side, they're going mad. Wow.
Whee!
Who's got a yellow there?
Yellow card. He is in disbelief himself.
I cannot believe it.
Deganek just been booked there.
So
Australia
this is
right
the
back.
next match if they're through. All right, so what is the poll saying?
For the Mason Mount.
Yep.
Mason Mount or James Maddison in that midfield, we
I agree.
have a landslide. And I
agree.
think we all agree here. Maddison with 76% and Mason Mount with 23.
I agree.
That's
I think it would have been the
says it
same
all.
if it was Mount and Hendo, with Mount getting 76% and Hendo getting 23.
No, I don't agree.
No, all right, can we put that poll up? Because I think it'd be the
I
other
don't
way
agree
around.
with that. Maddison this season has been phenomenal. He really has. His Leicester team have not been playing well, but he's been a shining star in that team. He's been scoring goals, getting assists, pulling the strings. He's been wonderful to watch. I'd like to see where he's going to go, you know. 'cause
Wait,
he's not
I'm
going to stay at
confused.
Leicester.
I've
He's
got
too
a
good for
Ma-
Leicester.
yeah.
I've got Australians in the
He's
comment
been
section
linked
saying
with
it's both
us.
6 a.m., it's 6:30, and some are saying it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, but
But
big
is there
countries,
different
bro.
parts?
Yeah, big countries have different time zones, innit? Like America, because they're massive. It's just that we're used to this little tiny island that we live on, lad, you know what I mean?
We don't just give you
Is
football
Australia a
education, here, we
massive
give you
country
geography
then?
lessons as well, man. You learn something new every day, you know what I'm saying?
Is it a
Different time
massive
zones.
country?
Australia?
Yeah.
That's probably
It's
Sydney,
It's that
Canberra.
big, right? No one even lives in the middle of it. It's all around the edges by the
Yeah.
by the coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The middle's just like this big desert.
Barren land.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Have you been?
No. So I'm sorry if I got that wrong, Australian people. I'm sorry, but I think that's the description that I know.
Kid
of
Kibble
Australia.
says Messi is the GOAT, Fuad.
Yep.
Get your goats up.
Well, good. Like, for example...
Seeing loads of goat emojis.
He is, lad. I haven't got a Ronaldo top, lad. I've got a Messi one. Okay, that says it all. Ronaldo's great, wonderful. One of the goats as well.
They're saying, yeah, in Sydney it's 6:39.
Yeah.
So then it must be in Brisbane and Melbourne, them other places. And Perth and Canberra.
How far is New Zealand from Australia?
I have no idea.
I thought you could just swim from one to the other.
How far is it, Kiwis? Can you tell us?
Oh, why do we have random Kiwis here, actually?
Just so I can make that joke just then. Wonderful.
That's too much good timing.
Delivered, done.
Do you know, those Kiwis are actually from the previous watch-along. Lee said that he didn't get a gift or something, or get his prize, so he was throwing some Kiwis.
Oh, yeah? That Manscaped.
Oh, someone else.
Hisha
I mean,
Gruff,
they're... Oh, okay.
Hisha Gruff says it's a 4-hour flight, or about a 5-hour flight, says Anthony Stobbs. Damn, that's a long time.
So
4
quite
hours.
lengthy.
I thought it was like England to France,
Yeah,
basically.
like literally next
Like,
door
you know,
to
get
each
from
other.
England
Half an hour flight.
Scotland to England is about 25 minutes.
Mate.
That's how
Hour.
small our country is. Like
Ain't it an hour?
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was shorter than that, you know.
Should we say
45?
45?
Yeah,
45, yeah.
Abhinav
Halfway.
says he's loving the Scouse accent with the geography knowledge.
Know what I mean, lad? The school of Scouse, bro.
You only get this on DR Sports, man. Make sure you're liking the stream as well if you're watching along, guys.
Are we going to be doing a spinny wheel at half time?
We are.
Wonderful. Can't wait for that.
What are you hoping to land on?
Singing, so everyone can hear my beautiful voice.
Oh, I'm excited. You do land on
I'm
it.
crap at singing and dancing, we all know that, okay?
We had Matisse dancing on the last one.
Oh yeah, we had Nicky doing it as well, yeah, and Nicky was marvellous. He was doing all these little boogie moves and that, it was mad.
You should have saw Matisse, mate. You look
Yeah,
like
seeing
a
him, he's doing well.
God, I'm hoping I don't land on dance now. Competition's quite high.
It is,
See,
yeah.
Australia just starting to drop a little bit deeper now.
Yeah, inviting pressure on themselves
Yeah.
doing that, lad. This is
You
where
know, when
You're
the
gonna get
legs
another goal
automatically, they
before
all start to
half-time?
jockey towards their goal and you're like, oh man, that's the fear kicking in.
Yep. And I think that's,
Who's
is
that?
that the Messi lad with his golden boots at the bottom there?
And look at those boots. Jeez.
They've changed so much since I grew up, you know, so much football boots, it's unbelievable. Messi lad, please be alright.
Rodrigo
What's your
Pauls.
favourite boots? What ones do you like?
So I'm old school, mate. I love Blackout Predators from 2006, or I like the Zidane Predators from 1998. Basically, Predators are everything that I love. I currently play, I'm a freestyler, so I currently play in Copper Mundials because I love them as well. Anything old school, fully black and leather, that's me. And a tongue. I like a big tongue over the top.
What about them Adidas ones?
What ones are they?
The classics.
The
ones that the refs wear.
Yeah, that's what I wear.
you know what
Copper
my
Mundials.
favourite
That's
ones
what
are?
I
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I wear. The new boots nowadays, they can be very narrow, made out of plastic, don't quite get the grip on the ball, just don't like them. Also, big mad colours on them. I don't need big fancy colours on my boots. All I want to do is kick football. And if you're wearing fancy colours on your boots, you better be a good footballer. Because I was honestly, when I grew up and I was walking on the pitch, if you had any coloured boots, your manager would say, you better be good, lad, because everyone's going to be watching you. So for me, it's always blackout boots, soft leather, or Lotto ones. Anyone seen the old school Lotto boots?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mwah, beautiful. Anything like that, football heritage, as
For
Jose
me,
said.
those are the best ones.
A little
Those are my
lesson
favourite
there.
ones.
Total
from
90s,
Joel.
I respect
Let
it,
me
lad.
see.
CTR 360s.
Yeah,
Oh,
like them.
okay, yeah. Those
The
are nice.
coldest boots, if you remember them. I think Cesc Fabregas used to wear them. The half red, half black. Oh,
Let me
the
get mine on,
coldest. I remember. Do you know? I remember in those boots as well. That game from kickoff where he just walked straight through all the way in the North London derby, and I was fuming. But I was like, those boots are fucking cold.
There we go. Yeah, look. Let me get these up for the camera. These
Look, he's
are...
even got a blue phone.
You see that? Yeah.
Oh, those
Okay.
top 3 boots
Let me
all
show you these
time.
dead quick. Let me show you these dead quick.
3
Yeah.
Maybe
boots
this
of
one,
all
my
time.
Techers ain't 100. I might need to change up my boots.
Nah, closer.
Too close or... Anyway, still good, innit?
Can I get a close-up on those, Doyle?
They're very good.
Can I get a close-up?
Yeah.
They're saying R9's
Oh,
R9's
they look
boots were the
cold.
best ever.
Gorgeous. They're old school, them. Very, very old school. Like
I can't lie to you,
90s.
total 90s,
There you go.
very underrated.
What
It all
about
depends.
Mercurals?
No,
I
not for
wasn't
me.
a Mercurials kind of guy, to be fair. I felt like the Mercurials were the beginning of, if you're wearing these, you better be
Exactly.
good. They were like the
Remember
reserved
Mutu?
for
Mutu had
strikers,
the orange ones?
wingers, and if you were fast,
And Ronaldo.
you could only wear them. If I saw defenders wearing those boots, I'd look at them like,
What are you doing?
I hope you get cooked today.
One of the first players I remember wearing Mercurials was Ronaldo. And if you're not as good as Ronaldo, you probably can't wear them after that, you know what I mean? So it's one of them. Your boots say a lot about you. I think your footwear says a lot about you.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Mercurials are my favourites.
Mercurials?
Yeah.
Love them. They do look good. Not mine though. They're very narrow-footed.
I find them more comfortable. I've got Predators as well, but...
Preds and me. But not the modern Preds, the old school Preds, the soft leather ones. Beautiful.
Yeah, see, I got the more modern ones, the laceless ones, but...
I don't like them. I've got some myself.
They're not comfortable.
You see, once football boots start, I feel like after
Laceless
2012,
Laceless?
football boots kind of fell off.
Laceless
once
boots,
they
bro.
started becoming laceless and, I don't know, in the last 7, 8, 10 years maybe, I would say there hasn't been any boot that I've seen that I've thought, oh, that's nice.
I tell you what, I don't want a football boot to tell me what my foot shape is, okay? I want my foot to tell the boot what shape it's got to be.
Exactly, because you've got to mould it.
Soft leather.
Yeah,
That's why you wear soft leather, because then you cater to your foot.
Yeah, because I've got nothing worse than getting cramp in your foot, like when you're running, and that's happened to me before. Maybe because the boots were fairly new. But.
I have a problem with modern boots, like my foot hangs off the side of them as well, so when I'm doing all these turns and whatever else, I end up getting big, massive sores on my feet and that. Cause it's
a lot of people saying they love the black and orange hypervenoms.
Yeah, they're cool. Cool looking.
I felt like they were almost like one of the ones where I was like, what the hell are you
cool looking,
doing
lad.
here?
Some of the boots look cool. Like, I'm not saying they don't look cool, they look boss. To play in though, whole different story. I wonder what some of these modern footballers actually think of it. If you look at players like Toni Kroos, he's wore the same boots, Adipures, that's another one that I absolutely love as well, Adipures.
No.
Pirlo used to wear them, Toni Kroos wears them now, the white
ones.
ones.
Oh, Adipures, yeah. Toni Kroos still wears them.
And there's a reason why he does that, and there's a reason why he's one of the best passers in the world, because they're soft, they're lovely, they caress the footy, they send it off with a kiss. Mwah, see you later, lad.
I'll be honest with you, you see those types of boots? Central midfielders, deep line playmakers, centre-backs who love a 90-yard
That's
ping.
me, lad.
The Adipures and the Copa Mundials, those are reserved. Like every boot, when I look at them, I can tell you what position and what profile of players should be wearing
Straight away.
Straight away. And if I see someone incorrectly wearing it, I'm like,
it's not for you, bruv.
It's not for you. It's not looking good, bruv.
It's not looking good. It's looking good for Argentina, though.
Did you ever like the Ronaldinho boot?
Tiempos, great. Good football boots. But no, I've always preferred Adidas footy boots to Nike ones, simply because I loved Steven Gerrard, I liked Paul Scholes, I liked Frank Lampard, and most of them wore Preds. Zinedine Zidane, Preds. So many football players, Preds, lad.
Australia are lacking that quality when they go forward, man, seriously.
Just need to get Lecky on the ball again, don't deal with the one-on-one.
But that's the problem. I think Argentina read that, have sussed that out. And it's just gone half-time now, 1-0 Argentina. Relief look on a lot of the Argentines' faces, and I'm sure Messi will be happy with that, very happy in actual fact. 1000th game in his career, and obviously scoring his first ever knockout stage goal for Argentina. And listen, guys, remember, we got prediction battle going on all tournament. There's daily prizes to be won. There's cash prizes to be won. So get involved. Click the link in the description. Remember, you don't have to get them all right. You just have to get the most right. Scan the QR code, click the link, get involved, get your predictions in. Because it goes first half, second half as well, full-time results, goals. There's so many different variations. Get involved, guys. Guys, I know we were talking about 101 other things, but what did you kind of make of that first half there?
It was Australia were playing all right for the first, until they conceded the goal, essentially. I think they did exactly what you said. As soon as they conceded, they started to panic and they dropped right off. However, I think they are going to get a solid team talk at half-time now, which is basically going to tell them, if you don't go at this team, you're going to lose. And if you go at this team, you might lose. So which one do you want to pick? But you might win as well. So I think they're going to come out with a bit more energy in the second half. First half, the difference was Leo Messi. Leo Messi was the difference, mate, with a quality finish. Other than that, wasn't really much in it, wasn't many shots. It's quite a tight game. High press from Argentina, mid-block from Australia. Wasn't much happening. I think that's why we were talking about a lot of different things going on. Yeah. But Messi was the difference. And if there's anyone that's going to be a difference in that team, who else is going to be? Before we get on to something else, by the way, got a storyline for you, lads, yeah?
Yeah,
got a storyline for him. You love stories, yeah?
Oh, go on, then.
So, Messi hasn't scored a knockout goal ever, yeah? What happens if he scores every single knockout game now and wins the World Cup? Isn't that a story? He saved the best till last. That's a good story, that, innit, lads? Innit? Yeah, you see, lads, it's mad, that one, innit?
I'll be hating that.
a bit mad, that,
I'd be
innit?
hating like crazy. I'd be waking up extra early that morning just to hate.
Getting his hated aid in the cup and that corner in there.
What did you make of that half?
Yeah, I think Australia done quite well defensively and a great goal by Messi. Not really much more to add.
Yeah, not a lot going on in that game. Kind of tight affair, to be fair, which is why obviously we're talking about plenty of other things, as Doyle said. But the magic man, as they say, Messi, making a difference. So 1-0 Argentina, I'm sure they'll be happy with that. We'll bring you the second half, of course, as well. But as you know what goes down in half-time, it's time for the Wheel of Doom. Doyle,
Don't make me dance again, guys.
do
because
you
the
want
last
to
time
go
was
first,
horrible.
please?
The last time I danced was terrible.
Hey, yo, that shit had me rolling. For
Yeah,
the whole
it
day.
had me. Oh,
I was like, dang.
give me
That'll
something
get you
nice.
back for
Come on,
trying
Messi.
Be nice to me. Right, okay.
Right, off you go.
Well, let me hold this part here.
Heads.
Don't make me dance again.
What did we land on?
Manscaped.
VAR?
Manscaped. Oh,
I just want to add,
he
right?
wins a prize.
I just want to add.
Bloody
This
hell.
is my second one, okay? I haven't
have
received
one?
the first one yet, so.
Maybe you get two.
What's going? Am I going to get a kiwi in place of it? Is that what's going? on?
You got 2 kiwis on the table
what's going
already.
on? I think they're going to bring me the gift now, hey? Because they did make me dance. So, and it's a kiwi.
Your balls. Well,
Wait,
thank
is
you.
he actually? Whoa!
There you go. Now look, Charlene, off you go.
What, is he actually not getting a gift?
No, doesn't look like it.
He'll get. We'll give him something behind the scenes.
Oh,
don't
it will
worry.
get sent to you.
Manscaped, make sure you look after my man Doyle.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Off you go. What we getting? What we getting here? Does that say chili?
Does
that say chili?
It says
It
darts.
says
Chili!
It's on darts.
Darts.
I won't be doing this.
VAR,
I always get darts.
VAR.
That is close, boy.
What's the rules around darts? Can you remind
Comment
us? Declan?
section. What we
You
saying?
get £50 if you land on the bullseye.
£50, alright?
£50,
£50
£50, £50.
You get balls right now,
Comment
this is
section
mad.
are saying chili.
What? Who's saying chili?
It's if you don't get a
You
bullseye,
got
you have to
Matty,
eat chili.
Crunch King, Sean,
No, no, you
Lightwork,
threw me off my game.
Ragged.
I've got to
VAR.
say, the angle of you throwing darts right now is sick. It actually looks like a professional darts game or something.
Does
Of
it?
course, man.
Maybe I should be a professional darts player. 60. What do I get for getting a good score? Oh! Look how close that
You got better
was.
each throw.
I know. Another cup. Oh, I'm teed out, darling.
I'm not.
All right. Come take a seat, Charlene. Come take a seat.
Yes, boss.
Let's have a wee seat there, Paul.
Have a seat.
Oh, I want to see Fuad dancing,
Have a
singing,
wee
chili
seat,
and that one at all.
Ooh.
Chili!
Why does this man always get chili? He gets chili every time. Like, is this set up?
This is
Like,
rigged,
this
isn't
is
it?
mad.
You lot got a magnet in the back or something that... Because when it was her, you lot went just past chili to the darts.
I got darts on the last one as well.
Oh, that's a bit mad, you know. It's heavy. Have you got the chilies waiting right next to the wheel as well?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, just a little Crimbo present for you there, lad.
Oh, that... Yuck.
Sits there,
Like what?
pretends to be hard, and then sits
Have
and
two,
cries
then.
for 20 minutes.
Ugh.
You okay, buddy?
I'm all good.
Yeah, is that fine?
I'm all good.
Okay.
Did you do the death sauce before?
Yeah, he did.
So that's
Killed him
why.
last time.
See, me and chili,
Hey,
I provide the spice in life, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can say, listen.
We watched the last
Chili
video
don't
when you
fit
took
me.
a chili, lad. Remember you had steam coming out your ears, lad.
Ugh.
Listen.
He said, listen, I'm feeling it, bruv.
The thing is, no, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Is you always get a little kickback like a minute or two later, but it's the seeds, that's what it is.
You have to kill your lad?
Yeah, the
It's the
seeds
seeds
are
that
hot.
get you. With the chili, but with the death sauce, you feel that straight away. As soon as that goes in your... And the thing was, the first time I did it, I tried to do that. Like, you know...
Yeah, just get it in.
Bruv, that shit went straight to the back of the throat. I was like, yeah, man, I got to soldier this out. People in the comment section could see I was dying. I was like, yo, Fuad, you alright? I was like, yeah, man, I'm dying.
That sauce is mad. Did you try it, Doyle?
Absolutely not. No
Yeah,
way.
it's like
I'd
that.
definitely have a chili before that sauce. The sauce is not designed for anything other than pain. that's why they brought it here, to give us pain.
Mate, I'm telling you. Listen, second half is on the way as well. Listen, any changes on your predictions, by the way?
No.
I said 3-1 initially.
Yeah, I said 2-0 Argentina.
I'm sticking with that 2-0.
I'm still sticking with that.
It's going to be a late goal again, I think. At Enzo Fernandez.
That was a challenge that took Messi out, by the way. Harry Suter. Brick wall, man.
Now I'm questioning, could Australia potentially get an equaliser and then Argentina win 2-1?
That would be great for the game and a narrative and a story and all of that stuff. That would be wonderful to watch. But I don't know, they haven't offered anything to show me in this first half that they're going to do that. The only way I can see them getting a goal is with the big lads from a set piece. That's it, really.
Yeah.
I can't really see them getting any other way. They're showing Harry Suter here, you know. He's good.
Mate, I'm telling you, my vision for centre-backs here, I read the game differently to others.
Lol.
I'm like the centre-back whisperer, you could say. You know what I'm saying?
While we're on that note then, what do you make of William Saliba?
Absolutely top tier. He is him. You know, sometimes some people say, I am him.
Yeah.
He is him, I'm telling you. For the next 10 years, if Arsenal do not tie that kid down to a 6-7 year contract.
For the next 10 years? Because he's had 15 good games?
Bruv. No, you see, because you don't see the intangibles. You don't see the intangibles.
He's cool, he's collected, but he's made loads of mistakes in the season that he's been looking.
Loads.
No.
I wouldn't say loads. He's made a couple. And every time he's made a mistake, he's always redeemed himself.
Let me just say this here. You see, everything Liverpool fans have been lauding Van Dijk for.
Yep.
I see. Now, he's going to say I'm
That
crazy.
and more.
I have no... You see, this is
That
where Arsenal fans go
and more
crazy.
after 15
And I know he's going to go
games.
crazy. So I'm going to try and keep it
Lord.
neutral here. He has shades of VVD about him.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So that's all I'm saying.
Calm, collected.
Calm, collected. And what he does, he for me is more engaging than
Who's
VVD.
better?
Right now, VVD.
Good.
Because what VVD
Good
has
lad.
done in the game. I'm not going to...
But that's what... No, but really, all right,
Listen.
there is that comparison. But obviously, Virgil's got more Premier League experience.
Yeah,
but
like you got to remember, the kid's only 21.
Give Saliba a few more years
5
and that
years.
won't even...
At least 5.
No,
Bro.
1 year.
Okay,
That won't even be a question.
Wait, so Saliba...
Virgil who?
Now I'm gonna see your objectivity, Charlene. Yeah, you rate Saliba highly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're watching the Argentina game, and he's not playing today. But Lisandro Martinez, what do you make of him?
What, in comparison to
Saliba?
Listen, I'm going to back Saliba.
Why, okay, so Saliba's that good, but Kanate starts ahead of him for the France team. Isn't that mad? Isn't that just mad? One of the best than Virgil van Dijk already after 15
Listen,
games.
I know I've
play for
hit
France.
a nervous spot
Now,
there.
if you ask me, I think Didier Deschamps, he picks teams based on experience. He picks teams on guys who he knows. And especially when you look at Kanate and Upamecano, they have played with each other at under 17, under 19, under 23, RB Leipzig, and now at national team level. So he's choosing chemistry over giving a new kid a chance.
Experience.
So in my opinion, I think I was baffled Saliba didn't even got only as a sub in that last game. But in all honesty, even as a Spurs fan, I gotta admit, bruv,
he's great.
Saliba is the truth.
He's absolutely great. I agree with you, without a shadow of a doubt. I just can't laugh at all these comparisons to Virgil van Dijk, like he's anywhere near his level yet. You can't get to near his level. He's won everything. Virgil van Dijk has changed Liverpool. It's as simple as that for the last 5 years, being the best defender in the world. You can't have 15 good games and then go, he's just as good as him. That's what Arsenal fans like.
Yeah, I didn't know a couple of extra years. Why did you say 5?
All right, 4.
Can we get a specific timeline?
2018.
So when did he sign for you?
2017.
He signed for you?
2017.
17?
2017.
And when did Pickford injure him?
2001.
When did Pickford injured him?
He not last season before.
Yeah.
So
3 years then. Yeah,
that's
okay,
what I'll
3
give
years.
him. Yes.
3 years.
So you see, that went from 5 to 3.
3.
I just wanted to get that right.
Okay.
They tried to add on a little extra 2 on there. I was like, no, we ain't gonna let that
Best defender in the world for 3 years.
I'll give him that.
You can't
And then
not
Ruben
give him
Diaz
that.
came quickly, you know what I'm saying?
But-
Said, hey, hold this.
Listen, sometimes you could just see the player's talent. And
What I
trust me,
will say-
trust me, he's going to surpass
I do think
Van Dijk.
those three French centre backs there, in Saliba, Konate, and Fofana, I think will be 3 serious contenders over the next 10 years in the Premier League.
I think Kanate will be better than Saliba.
What about Fofana? Where do we put
Fofana?
Fofana? Fofana's
Rash.
injury has put him out of this.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
it's-
when he was playing for Leicester, I'm sure if we spoke last year, everyone would have said they had him number one, potential-wise.
Yeah.
But it's like an injury, has it set him back that far? Because for me, I still look at Fofana like, no, that kid was the truth.
Yeah,
That kid, how I look at Saliba was how I was looking at Fofana. You say he's rash, but I say defenders are always two types. You get front foot aggressive defenders like a Lisandro and a Romero.
I agree.
And then you get the ones like a VVD and a Saliba who are like, you know what? You want to try running behind? Go get a 5-yard head start. I will catch you and clamp you.
Yeah.
And so Saliba falls into the latter, whereas I feel like Fofana's more the front foot.
Same Konate.
Konate is another one.
He's front foot defender, wants the ball.
Come engage with me, and I will boss you.
Fofana has got the best dribbling ability out of all of them. He's technically very gifted. He reminds me of a centre defensive mid that moved into centre back because he was just a massive lad and he could read the game really well. And he was aggressive. But I just see Konate's ceiling being, I don't know. Fofana just strikes me as a rash defender, and I feel like Konate's got that little bit of something about him which the others haven't got.
Do you know what?
I am a little bit, probably a little bit biased.
Even though Fofana's on with a big injury, I feel like Konate will be more susceptible to smaller injuries.
Maybe.
That's what I feel like is going to hamper his career potentially, if that makes sense.
And I can see Saliba not being hampered by them because he's so cool and collected and he doesn't really sprint. He waits. I know exactly his positioning is great. He's calm on the ball and he won't be hindered because he's not pushing his body too much. Whereas the other lads, they're going to clamp people, get stuck in and get hurt. That's what they're going to get.
France are spoiled for choice in that department, man. Like the amount of centre-backs they got there. We're not even talking about Upamecano.
Spoiled everywhere, lads.
Mate,
what a wonderful, wonderful nation
that country has. Yeah, my God, man. And big up Galib Noor as well. He's responding to our question earlier, asking what is Ankara Messi. And he says basically it means still Messi.
Oh, so still Messi, still Messi, still Messi.
Oh, that's it. That's great.
Still Messi,
because he's just dribbling around everybody.
And a lot of people getting involved in that conversation as well.
What they saying? Where's all the Saliba fans?
Crunch
Put
King
your red hearts up.
Crunch King says VVD hype. Pool fans use trophies in the argument only when it suits them. Chelsea fan says wait when Fofana is back from injury. He will be the best.
When is he due back?
Sondi says Konate over Saliba. I think he'll be back after the World Cup.
I think he was using. It's mad.
Ilya says Konate is better than Saliba. Leng and Sweet says Matip is better than Van Dijk.
Matip is one of the best defenders in the league.
All I will say to you is uncomfortable conversations. Liverpool fans don't want to have that discussion.
No, we don't. We know that.
They don't want to have.
We know that Matip is our best defender.
No, you're one of the few respectful ones.
Right, I would have thought you was
Matip is made out
going
of crisp. Matip is made out of crisp, so he's injured all the time. But without a doubt, he's our best defender. Have you seen, he's like he could wear a number 9 on his shirt because he's able to dribble from the bottom to the top. He reads the game well. He passes the ball well. He leads well. The only thing that he lacks is availability. He just can't play every game because he's broken.
I've been on the Matip bandwagon since the day he arrived at Liverpool. Because when I saw him at Bundesliga, I thought, this guy's got something about him, but I'm not sure if he's made out.
We got him for free, right? After he got in the team of the season in Bundesliga. I genuinely believe
because you got him for free, no one ever gave him that due of he deserves to start. Because you know when you come on a free, he's a freebie. But if you come with that price tag, you're seen as like, he's got to start.
You're always linked to your price tag.
The fact that he had to take the place when Joe Gomez got injured. You got to remember Joe Gomez and Van Dijk had an unbreakable bond that year.
Yeah, that was insane.
They won the Champions League, was it, together?
And then the Premier League.
And then the Premier League the next year, and it was like, unbreakable. Matip came in and cleared all of them. Then Van Dijk, who was the bedrock, got injured. Matip said, no worries, bring me Konate, I'll hold his hand in his settling period as well. So I've always said, I think Matip is one of the most underrated Premier League centre-backs, in my opinion, over the last however many years. Players like Matip, I'll be honest with you, I think Gary Cahill at Chelsea, there are players who I think just go underrated. I think it will happen to John Stones as well, for example, because he played with the likes of Kompany and Ruben Diaz. They will get all the praise and credit. Carvalho at Chelsea was another great centre-back, but will never get the credit because John Terry was always there. But those guys, don't worry, I'll always big you guys up. And you hit the nail on the head. In my opinion, I feel like over the last 18 months to 2 years, Matip has been Liverpool's best centre-back, hands down.
You've got to understand that being able to play is a massive attribute. It's one of the most important attributes. If you can play every game, it means that you have the edge on other players, even if they're technically better than you. It's just the way it is.
Literally.
Some people are laughing at your made of crisps comment.
He is, lads.
Even I didn't expect that to be
I really love him, lad, but he's made of
When
crisp.
you bite them, they crumble.
Yeah.
Big up Tyrell James as well. He sends in a super chat. He says, just found out Ronaldo has 0 goals and 0 assists in the knockout stages. Yeah, man. Both the so-called GOATs.
Yeah.
Neither one of them had knockout stage goals, man.
It's difficult though, like I said, when you're playing against these teams, their coaches go, keep that lad out of the game. Simple as that. That lad does not move. The way we were just talking about Mbappe,
Yeah.
we just said we are going to triple team him with 3 different lads to stop him, lad. That's the thing you'd have to do with Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Haaland, Neymar. You do that.
Yeah.
Neymar got kicked to pieces already in the first game, lad.
Mate, that first game was a butcher hatchet job.
You've got to keep them players out of the game, and that's why they struggle to score.
Did you guys see on Instagram that Neymar lookalike that
Yeah.
went into the stadium, escorted by
Fair play
security,
to him.
took photos with
No, but did you see? He even had like the hunch over. He had the walk down pattern.
It was joke.
Mad. His socks were wearing the same way and everything, lad. Same height on his calves. Do you see that then from Australia? This is what you want to see from them. High energy. Just press Demi Martinez.
Yeah.
That was brilliant, that.
Almost calls himself a
There's
bit of an
hope, Socceroos. There is hope. If you have energy, you can get something.
Big
Look
up
at what
Anish.
Japan did to Germany and Spain.
Yeah, big up Anish as well. He sends in a super chat. He says, Fuad, you know ball. Fans need to let the likes of Saliba and Martinez be good for a period of time before the hype. Far too many
Yes,
players
please.
come and gone. And
Yes,
listen,
please.
I agree.
Yes, please.
I
Yes,
agree.
please.
Martinez and Saliba have both only had 6 months in the Premier League. But here's the thing. Only you have seen Martinez for 6 months. I've been watching Martinez for 3.5 years because I watch Ajax on a regular. So I've been saying to Spurs, sign him. Go check my tweets on my Twitter. 2 years ago, you'll see tweets where I was saying, mission statement this summer, get Ten Hag, mission 1, get Lisandro, mission 2. And I was like, this guy is a 5'8" menace. People look at him and write him off because of his height. And I said it in the summer, don't write him off because of his height. This guy has dog about him.
He really
And he's come and proved it. And that's my thing. I'm just so impressed how he's taken to the Premier League. And I think both of those are so young and have all the ability to consistently be good for their teams. Because I don't see them going
100%.
anywhere.
He's
I can see
Argentinian, isn't he?
Argentinian,
Yeah,
yeah.
and what do they say about them? That hunger and pit bull.
Yeah.
He's like, he reminds me of Mascherano. Mascherano was 5'8" as well, small. But you could not get past him if you wanted to, like, because he was hard. And if you did get past him, probably pull you down. So as one of them lads, you're not getting past him. That's what Martinez reminds me of, Mascherano.
No, 100%. I agree with that.
He does.
Him, Romero, they're both very front-foot defenders, which is why I think they don't play together here.
Yeah.
It's a walking red
You need
card,
someone to-
basically.
yeah, yeah.
A little bit of balance between them.
But having said that, Otamendi's rash as well in my mind. I remember getting loads of red cards.
Now
You know,
he's become like the mature, cooler head.
Otamendi's the cool one. Mad.
Mad, isn't it?
It's good though. Actually, what happens with a lot of these defenders, if you put that responsibility on the more experienced defender and you say, we've got a young lad that's playing next year and you need to make sure you keep him in check,
Yeah.
it might give him the motivation to change his game. Here he is
Papu
right now,
Gomez
lad.
getting subbed off, and speaking of the devil,
There you
Lisandro
go, lad.
Martinez coming on
That
now.
was mad, that, wasn't it?
You know what I mean, they said, all right, Fuad, you got your wish, here he comes.
Yeah, that was mad, that.
Literally.
Which probably means they're going to go to a back three with Romero, Otamendi, and Martinez. That'll be interesting. Or will Martinez go left back, I wonder?
I don't know, can he play left back, yeah?
Left back and midfield, yeah.
Is that him straight away?
Yeah. And there's Romero, my dog.
Good energy from Socceroos here, you know.
In it, they are pressing
Good
high,
energy.
man. I like this.
This is where you can get the... Oh.
But this is where this is where quality matters.
Yeah,
you
it
see?
does, 'cause now
this
look,
is where
now look.
quality makes the
Oh,
difference.
okay, go on, keep
Carve
it
them
going.
apart and have them chasing back.
But either way, you're going to lose, so you have to go for
Go
it. It's one of
down.
them.
Yeah. Look at that. Get there.
Go down swinging.
Nice.
Oh, is that
Take
Messi
shot.
again? Ingara Messi.
Oh, he's too soft.
Ankara Messi. Ankara
Ankara
Messi.
Messi, Ankara Messi.
He fills the hole so well, doesn't he? Right in that gap. He sits back a little bit and he just waits for the ball so he can have that shot. I love it.
I might need to start picking up Messi's position.
Anish following up on his super chat, because you know he said like we should give players times before
Yeah.
calling them world class.
I agree. I
Listen,
massively agree.
completely agree. I've always said, in my opinion, a player should have 2 to 3 years of consistent
Let me tell you this,
top-level
lads, right?
football before we actually call them world class. That's what, like 10 or 15 years ago, that's how it used to be. I
Yeah.
feel like over the last 10 years, because of media, social media, Now it's like if you have a 6-month spell, you're world class.
Exactly.
I remember Bruno when he came to the Premier League, 6 months after a few penalties and stuff like that, it was like, Bruno's world class. And I'm like, guys, are we sure here? Like, and now it's kind of like, is he not? People hate him 1 week, people love him 1 week.
Exactly, lad.
So for me, that's the thing. When you say someone is world class, it's because you've been able to gauge their game for a while. But the question he asks is, name those. Is there someone basically who you called world class a few years ago, but now regret saying because they didn't turn out to be the case?
Let's have a little think about that. Just
That's
before I
that's a
say
good
that, by the way,
question,
right?
actually. Yeah,
Just
I'll have
before I
to
say
think about
that, it's not how good you do it. It's how good you do it for how long. It's how long you do it good for. That's it. It's not how good you do it. It's how long you do it good for. That's what a champion is. You can be good for 1 game, but if you're good for 20, it's, you know what I mean, or 5 years or whatever it is.
How many people would rather have the career of Dele Alli, where they win Young Player of the Year twice, scoring class goals, get your England cap as young as you did, young move, playing for a London club, or would you rather have James Milner? Steady Eddie, 20 years, winning stuff. You're never really rated, you're never really respected, but every week you're putting up a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
No glitz, no glamour, just boring James Milner.
Yeah, but solid,
Exactly.
reliable.
I would
That's what
much
you need from
rather that, in
football.
my
Of
opinion.
course.
Yeah, 100%. That longevity, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So how
Gareth
good you do it,
Staunton sent
how
in
long you
his
do it
shout,
for.
he said, Neymar, not world class.
Oh, he's world class. That's not true.
Can we flip the question?
Roger
and
K
say-
says this one, and I'm sure this would have been your shout as well. Nicolas Pepe. When he came in, Charlene, was he on the Nicolas Pepe hype train? Yes or no? 100%. I know every Arsenal fan. I'll be honest with you. Tanguy Ndombele. Very rarely do I jump on a bandwagon before a player has like put down the years down at my club.
Yeah.
I'm always like, no, play 6 months to a year before I buy stocks. Ndombele, I saw a few games at Lyon and I was like, oh, this guy's moving me. You know, when you're like, oh, I felt something when he touched the ball there. I was like, oh.
He was good.
When he signed and we beat all the big teams to him, I said, we got one. We finally spent money as well after not spending years. I put all my stocks in him. You saw how that turned out. And do you know what the worst thing was? It was every time he like did something bad, whether it was the fans booing him, stinker performance, I'd always be the guy like, guys, keep the faith.
Yeah.
Keep the
It's
faith.
gonna turn good, buddy.
It's gonna come good. He's out on loan in Napoli now, bloody winning a league title away from the club. I'm like, bruv, oh.
Playing some of the best football he's ever played.
Yeah, man, I'm so frustrated because the ability's there, but it's just, I don't feel like we put the midfield around him. I feel like the club was going through a transition period. Yeah, and he's one of those players I feel like is an icing on the cake type of player. He's not a foundational piece you build upon.
Yeah,
you need to have the worker around him, you need to have the creator around him, and just let him be the kind of flair guy in the middle. And at that time, we had Lo Celso who was flopping, Moussa Sissoko, Harry Winks, Eric Dyer running around in midfield. It was a sorry sight. So listen, man, that would be my one if I was to say any.
I mean, I can't think of any for Liverpool, right? I mean, I can tell you one for Liverpool, Morientes. But after that, Rubino and Alexander Pato. They never hit the heights that everybody thought they were going to hit. Rubino was wonderful to watch, but he just didn't hit the heights. Alexander Pato scored some boss goals in the big stages, but then just didn't hit the heights. And then, obviously, for Liverpool, Morientes, mate, what was that all about? He was playing some of the best football you've seen in the world. Bought him terrible. So Morientes for Liverpool.
Do you know Morientes? I think he was always like a third option for Real Madrid after Ronaldo moved, wasn't
for
it?
Monaco, lad. When he was at Monaco.
Yeah, when he was at Monaco, he was bossing it. But I always felt like that was him almost trying to piss off Real Madrid, like, how dare you treat me like a bench striker.
So why you do that at Liverpool, lad?
And then he went Liverpool and he was just like, Premier League, you know what? This is too physical for me.
Yeah.
I don't fancy this.
It's heavy.
What about Nunes? Do you think he'll be hitting the heights?
I mean, to watch him as a footballer, he's not really nice to watch, is he? I'm quite honest with you. He's very electric. He has a shot at goal every single time he sees goal. He shoots. Wonderful. Love that. Striker's instinct. He's definitely a great goal scorer. He's got 10 goals, 9 goals, something like that. Great goals.
One long ball over the top. Oh my God.
He scores goals, definitely. I don't think it's fair to say that we were going to say he's world class, because I don't think anyone said that. I think Haaland came in and everyone compared them because Liverpool and City were the best teams in the league at that time. We both bought similar strikers. But I don't think anyone said that Darwin's going to be world class. I can't see it anyway. I think he's a great player and he's a great goal scorer, but then there's certain things that he's lacking in his game and I don't know if he'll ever get them.
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
A couple of good shouts coming in. RSPB Gaming says Coutinho.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. At Liverpool, an absolute monster. Really good. Went to Barcelona, completely dropped it. Went to Bayern Munich and did pick her up at Bayern Munich. He was good in Germany. He really was. Similar to the Premier League, that league. But he just didn't do it at Barcelona. And now he plays for Aston Villa.
And
I mean, no disrespect to you, but just, you know...
No. Don't just say playing for Aston Villa. He is flopping at Aston Villa. He is arguably one of their worst performers when I see him there.
No.
Like, it looks like... Have you seen in Space Jam when they had their powers taken? That's what Coutinho looks like.
He's got no hunger anymore,
He
mate.
went to Barcelona and he just had all his footballing powers just taken from him. And I'm like, he's still got a few of the nice touches and stuff. I remember when he came back on loan, it was like, oh, Coutinho, he's still got it about him. But it's like James Rodriguez. They show it off for about 4 or 5 games and then it just fizzles out. 2-0! Julian Alvarez!
Alvarez, there you go. Game
There
done.
we go!
That's it, lads.
Do you know what? I feel sorry for Australia because they really tried to come out and press them and play them high. And they were just picking out the spaces there. How did this go in now?
If they defended and played a low block, they would have lost. So they had to play high-risk
I
football.
think it was a
and they're gonna
Matt
lose as a
Ryan
result.
mistake there. And what did I think before kickoff, I even said Matt Ryan potentially has a mistake in him. That's 4 goals in his last 6 appearances for Julian Alvarez now, man.
Oh,
Kid's
that's
going,
a bad
oh
mistake.
my
That's
God,
a really bad
he's thrown
mistake.
it out, sold his teammate short.
Watch
To
this.
be fair, his teammate should have gone better.
Watch.
Yeah.
That's heavy, lad. Why are you trying to skin somebody in your own box, bro? Just kick that out.
Oh, wow.
Volley that out
wow.
of the goal right
wow.
now. Just kick it away.
Matt Ryan really thought he was Argentinian. You really thought you could take a man on in your own box.
Great
Why?
instinct from Alvarez.
Would you
there.
blame the defender though for passing it back
No.
instead of just?
No, the
that he
pass
should have
back,
volleyed
I
that
would have
out.
said maybe the centre back should have cleared it out first time because I don't like it sometimes when they sell their keeper short as well.
Yeah.
But get it out. Don't take the extra time. Dribble past the man. No way, man. No.
Silly decision.
Big mess up. Big
Got high
mess
pressure
up.
games, do you? They make you make silly
And that's
decisions.
so annoying. Do you know when the team is going out there dying, chasing every lost cause, and then that bozo with the gloves on at the back does some nonsense to ruin the game? This is why I say goalkeepers are not footballers. The only man on the pitch who does not use his feet.
Like I said, Ederson's a footballer, I reckon. Ederson for Man City. He's
Edison,
great.
oh yeah, I've said.
He's a good footballer.
Yeah.
I think
Mate.
even Alisson is. Before
Harry
we
Suter performance going to waste, man.
bought Alisson, he was doing some mad things for Roma. You know, he was knocking over the top of players, doing Cruyff turns, nutmegging players in his own box. I'm not
What,
joking.
Alisson?
Yeah, he was doing,
Really?
and when he first come to Liverpool, he made a mistake doing that
I
against
remember.
Jamie Vardy, and Klopp went, "Never do that again,
Do
mate."
you remember Burnley?
Never
as
ever
well?
do that
I
again.
think it was Burnley early on as well. He fucked up. There was a couple of early
Leicester
on
it was.
games where he did some racy shit, and
was
I
Leicester.
could tell Klopp was like, "Hey, listen, I like the risky shit, but
But-
let's not get too crazy." Because I remember at Roma, it was like
He was
the
boss,
gloves
wasn't
are
he?
off.
Yeah.
The and
He
I
played
liked him at
football.
Roma, yeah. But I remember that was always the thing when you lot spent that money on him. I was like, do they know they're signing a guy who plays like he's playing on coke? I was like, this guy is a nut job. I was like, well, quality.
Made a difference, though.
Quality, honestly. I've always said, yeah, I think a lot of the credit Van Dijk gets, I think, takes away from what Alisson did.
Oh, Liverpool fans know how important. He's our best player this season, mate. Without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm going to go a bit mad when I say this, but I genuinely think he's probably the best Brazilian goalkeeper of all time. I can't think of another one that's better than him.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know, there's-
Maybe the goalkeepers that won the
So
World
I
Cup, and that's
even
disrespectful
the
of
other
me
day
to
they
say.
had all-time Brazil 11s. I think the only other goalkeeper that got mentioned was Taffarel,
Yeah.
who was the 98 one. And
won.
even him, if I looked at him pound for pound, I'd probably take Alisson.
Yeah.
And maybe you could say that's because we've seen more of Alisson. But
It will
yeah,
be that. I don't want to disrespect the old-time goalkeepers. Oh, bloody hell.
He always gave away a penalty on top
yeah.
of
Yeah,
that.
what do you mean?
exactly.
Howler, like the, oh
Nightmare.
mate. Do you know
Poor
the thing
Matthew
about
Ryan.
World Cup howlers is they live with you forever.
You'll never
Literally.
You
forget
know, to
that.
this day, Robert Green goes to sleep and he wakes up.
I dropped the ball, Bev. I dropped the ball,
He
Bev.
still sees that ball going out of his hand. This is the thing, right? League horrors, you can forget that. Game next week, we go again.
Nah, you can't
Exactly.
really.
World Cup, and when it's knockout stage elimination, you want the ground to swallow you up, man. You miss a gilt-edged chance, or you do that mistake that concedes a goal. I don't know which one's worse.
Game over, mate.
And this is why you can't really get on the backs as much because they're only people, mate, and we all make mistakes. All of us do. We've all probably made mistakes today. You know what I mean? Like,
People straight away in the comments are saying Dida says hello. They know.
Dida wasn't that good, mate.
Dida, right? Do you know what Dida up until 2003 when AC Milan won that Champions League against Juve in that penalty shootout, world class.
Yeah.
Dida, after I think there was a Celtic fan that clobbered him over the head. And since then, it was like he knocked the sonic rings out of him. Dida was never the same again, I swear to you.
Knocked the sonic rings out of him. Fantastic. Nah, it'll make you hesitant as a goalkeeper, that wouldn't it? Without a doubt, once you get clattered like that, it's going to make you hesitant, change your decision making. Yeah.
Oh, lads, I wish we had the sound on, man. People are saying the Argentinian fans have turned the stadium into La Bombonera.
Really?
La Bombonera, mate.
Oh, that don't look too
That's
great.
the Boca Junior stadium. Is that Romero? My doggy.
He's a
Get him, boy.
He's a cheeky fella, that Romero, mate.
Mate, Romero and Lisandro.
He's terrible.
That's like holding two hounds.
He's not a
like
bad footballer, but he is a dirty. Whoa.
Genuinely, I think he would have been a mixed martial artist had he not become a professional footballer.
I mean, after
a mixed art martial artist
I
or
agree.
a street gangster, for sure. Have you seen the tattoos he's got? Mate, there is no way this guy is not running a cartel.
That he pulled Cucurella's head off, didn't he, in that game, lad? He's always been a bit feisty. And again, I'll say it again, Argentinians, lad, tough. Very, very tough. Some of these South American teams, they're always romanticised as these like samba, they play wonderful football to watch. In reality, some of these are tough. Uruguay, Argentina in particular, tough teams with hard men in them. Very hard. Here we go. If they can get something back now.
Oh, run it to 2-1.
He's hooked it back in? No?
That's where the quality,
Right.
that's where quality matters. You've got to get that delivery right, lad. It's very, you've got 6'6" players in there.
Mate,
like, they can win that
Aramoy, just hit it from there. Go on. Stand it up, hit it back in. Oi.
Oh.
Nope, cleared away.
Especially when you got someone like a 6'6" bloody centre back in there, man. On his head, back post, hit that back in, man.
So if Argentina go through, which is looking likely now, Netherlands next, isn't it? Virgil van Dijk v Messi.
Taste.
Yeah, that's what
Who will you be supporting?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
okay.
I said that.
All right, Messi's turning
You
it
said
on
what?
now. He said 2-0, 30 minutes to go. Let's get the party pack on.
These are my two sweetheart teams, these. I love Netherlands and I love Argentina.
Same.
I love them
Hey,
both.
listen, the last time
Will you
these
just
two
be
met in the
neutral?
World Cup, a certain ex-Rangers manager lit one up from about 45 yards out. One of the greatest
Van
goals in
Basten.
World Cup history.
Insane,
Not Van
like.
Basten. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, lads.
Yeah,
my
bruv.
bad.
My
Van
guy
Bronckhorst, lad.
leathered it. I will never forget that goal. You know,
Left
it's one of those
foot
goals
all
where
the way to the top right, lad.
I'm
Remember
watching the game and I remember just thinking, just talking. And, oh my God!
Yeah, how did that even
Bro,
happen?
it got me up off my seat. Goals like that,
One of the best World Cup goals ever scored, lad, without a doubt.
I love a long shot, man.
Yeah. Lad, I grew up with Gerrard, believe me. Me too.
Mate.
Is it Messi?
Simon Etim says Fuad Rodriguez.
Ain't got a Messi!
Okay,
Oh my God! Ain't got a Messi! Ain't got a Messi! Ain't got a Messi! Oh my God! Oh, he just, hey, don't tell me that Messi. Oh my God. Hey, Messi.
Imagine
That's my
that.
goat there, lad. That is my goat right there. Look at that.
Look.
That's mad. He just can't get the ball off him.
And then
You
again.
tackle him and he still can't get the ball off.
Mate,
Like, they've tackled
mate.
him and he still gets the ball.
How do you... No.
Look! He made him fall over and he was like, wait. Oh, lad.
Wow.
Messi.
Ball balance. Oh, what a wonderful footballer to watch, lad. Mad. I don't wish I was older, but I wish I did get to see Maradona in his prime so I could compare the two of them. Because he just, honestly, Messi just seems like a regen of Maradona, lad. They seem very similar.
Mate,
but from what I hear from the old-time greats, lad, they say Maradona was better, bro.
Well, yeah, did you hear Gary Lineker's story the other day when he was saying when he was at
Oh, when he was
Barcelona
kicking
and
it
he
up,
was doing
lads,
the
yeah.
keepy uppies?
Kicking it up.
And he was like,
Kicking
he
it
was
up.
kicking it with his shin in a straight line. And he said he wasn't moving more than 3 steps. And then he did that 15 times in a row, kicking it with his shin like that.
Really?
Like, up.
And he said every other player at the training ground, and these are professionals at Barcelona, internationals, he said, we're all trying it. Nobody can do more than 3. And everybody's going 5 or 10 steps to catch the ball again.
Wow.
It's like, you know, this is what I mean by like, some players are God gifted. I
Yeah.
feel like no matter how much practice you put in, you're never going to have that close control that Messi has.
No.
No matter how many times you do cone drills, you're never going to have that agility that Messi has. Do you see what I'm saying?
Do you know why? Football's not about just technical ability, bro. It's about reading the man in front of you, right? Football is all about body language, okay? And so if you can read the person in front of you, you can send them one way or the other.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. It really is. Like you see Thiago. Thiago is a master at it, lad.
Just as we're singing praises about Messi there, he hits it into Rose Ed.
Honestly, body language.
He's shown he's human. He's shown he's human.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, body language for me is what it's all about. It's not about just technical ability. It's all about how you move your shoulders and your hips, lad. That's why Ronaldinho was one of, in my opinion, he's still the greatest. Like, I love Messi, and Messi's probably a better player, but Ronaldinho to watch was beautiful because he had them hips.
I feel like it's the same thing with Zidane as well. Yeah. Like, these players, it's almost like
majestic.
You watch them and you're like, they make it look so easy. But I know as someone who's played football, that ain't easy. When Ronaldinho was doing round the world 3 times like that, when he was doing it, it was absurd. Then everybody started to do it, and you're like, oh, round the world is something new. But he was the first one that made us believe we can walk on the moon. Yeah.
It's mad. You watch these players, right? And the technique that they've got, they don't take 4 little steps in it to do a little turn. They take 1, 2, but they use the body to move the ball. Yeah. And everything's so seamless and graceful when they do it. They know exactly what they're doing with the football. It's just wonderful to watch. And Zidane was literally the epitome of that.
Sam drops a great comment in here as well. He says, natural talents, the ones like Federer in tennis and Ronnie O'Sullivan in snooker.
Yeah.
Prime examples. Great examples.
Just brilliant at what they do.
They're not, like, Federer is not jacked. He's not the quickest, but just graceful. Just every time. Most Grand Slams, if I'm not mistaken, or if Djokovic hasn't surpassed him. I'm not surprised these days with tennis anyway. I don't know, too clued up. I'm not on that.
Nadal was the first one to beat him
hit him up for all the tennis.
But yeah, naturally gifted. That's why Messi will always be my one, rather than Ronaldo. Ronaldo worked so hard for what he's got, and he absolutely is one of the GOATs in football of all time, definitely, without a doubt, and can't take that away from him. But Messi is just Messi, mate.
Chatania says Nadal has the most Grand Slams.
What?
Nadal and Djokovic have surpassed him, actually.
Yeah.
Nadal, but yeah, a lot of people agreeing with you, honestly. There's about 100 comments in here saying Messi's the GOAT, Messi's just different.
Is it all Messi fans? Is there any Ronaldo fans? I'm a big Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, he's great. But absolutely. But even as a professional,
the reason I've always, I think, in my eyes, is that why I've always kind of swayed a little bit more in argument more towards Ronaldo is the fact that I've seen the growth of, like, when he was just a noodle-haired winger that was lacking end product. Genuinely, no, he would do all the flicks and tricks in the corner, get him to try and shoot or assist his teammates. He would never do it. And then I think it was the year when Winkgate happened, and I remember I saw him go from, oh, nice, cute Ronaldo, to the biggest villain in England. And I saw him come back from that World Cup, and he said, oh, you lot want to villainize me? And I saw him embrace that darkness to almost say,
oh, what, is he offside?
Foul. Oh, I agree with that.
That's a foul. So I saw him after that that tournament, he came back and he became the greatest player in the world. Him and Messi both took off at the same time, but he had a little bit more of a head start, I would say. The next year was when Pep came in and took Messi over. But when he came back from that World Cup, I saw Ronaldo take over and score 42 goals, I think it was that year. And I was like, wow.
It's mad.
And then it was after that, the fact that he went to different leagues, the fact that he did the 5-time Champions Leagues with Real Madrid as well. And I was like, yo, you can't stop this guy. Then the final one for me was the Euros with Portugal, where I was like, he's delivered as a nation. There's nothing this man can't do.
Yeah,
I was like, and for me, it was always a case of, I always had questions with Messi. So for me, it was always like, can he do it outside of Barca? Can he do something with Argentina? It's like, okay, when the team is not completely catered to you, can we see something in a big moment?
Yeah.
Can we see something in the World Cup knockout stage? And don't get me wrong, Ronaldo's had these questions as well, but I've always, in my eyes, Ronaldo's been able to answer more of those questions where go to a different league, I can do it. Go to a different team, I can do it. Do something for my country, I can do it. And then, as I said, the evolution that I saw, that's what made me fall in love with it. And maybe we're both tall guys, so maybe I can relate to him a little bit more. So
I think you're right. There's elements that are right and elements that are don't. I think
and that's why, for me, I'll be honest with you, I don't think there is like a definitive GOAT. I'm like, it's all subjective.
There is.
People who are like you, the purists, love the technical side of the game, I immediately know they're all going to go Messi. Anybody who loves Barcelona, they're all going to go Messi. But then some people, they love the pace and power and physical side of things.
That's
and they just
true.
go. So it's all how you interpret the game, how you see the game. People know I'm a centre-back. Like, I love the physical side of the game more than I do the technical brilliance. I love technical brilliance as well. Don't get it twisted, but I love it when a man can just say, you know what? I'm going to just take over.
I agree.
Mbappe, when he just burners are coming, I'm like, how do you stop that?
Yeah,
Go on. Akinfenwa, chest in that. Go on, go round him.
Chest in that, Rip.
It's two substitutions for Argentina as
That's
well.
what the
But
game
then when people as well, when you talk about like Messi though, from a footballing aspect, what he's been able to do, I don't think Ronaldo could ever do. I fully hear that as well. There's things on the pitch that Messi can do where I'm like, yeah man, this is God's gift. This is why I say God gift. I'm like, ain't no regular guy doing this. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
And this is why I have to hate harder. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hey man, he ain't one of us. That's not human. I'm telling you.
Pair of robots.
I'm gonna look like the crazy guy, Alex Jones.
Pair of robots. We've been lucky to watch them over the last however many years.
Do you know what? That is one thing I think we can all admit. We have been grateful and blessed. Because trust me, there's gonna come a time when all of us, everybody watching this, there's over 1.5k here, 2 of us here. We'll be telling our kids and grandkids about, yo, there was this guy called Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, and they had the greatest rivalry. They put up 50 numbers, and they will look at us, and do you know what they will tell us? They were playing against farmers and milkmen. They weren't serious footballers. Football back then wasn't serious. Now it's serious. Now we've got electronics and da-da-da. I'm like, rotted. The kids are disrespecting the GOATs. It's similar how
Maradona,
people
Pele,
look at Maradona and Pele
Eusebio.
now. Eusebio, they look at them like, hey, they were playing farmers and old men. Ooh, one more? No.
It's difficult to compare older players with modern players. And it will be the same when we get older, without a doubt. Footballers will keep getting better and better. You've seen it with England at the moment. Like England, our technical player was Paul Gascoigne, mate, and he was a revolutionary player because we were like, wow, look at the things he can do. He's 10 a penny now. He genuinely is. Phil Foden is much more technically gifted than him. And there's loads of young footballers that are like that. 2 for Liverpool, Harvey Elliott, 3 even, Harvey Elliott, Carvalho and Curtis Jones on a level. They all have technical ability that English players just never used to have. Even Sterling's, you know, like, they're all really good technical footballers.
Do you know what England are great at producing? England are great at producing Hendersons, Bellinghams, Declan Rices.
Gerrards.
You know those
Gerrards,
tenacious midfielders?
Yeah.
Those
Powerful.
grit and
Powerful.
grunt power runners.
Yeah.
That's what they're great. They've got a great heritage of that.
Yeah, definitely.
But how often does that win you tournament football?
It hasn't won us anything, has it?
Every time those are the midfielders getting schooled by the little technical 5'6" deep line playmaker.
Still can't get hold of him, boss. I don't know what it is. It's true.
He's just too quick for me.
Yeah. Iniestas and Javis and
I'm
that, lads.
telling you.
There's all different types of the game. That's why we love it.
And this is why I hate having the Ronaldo Messi discussion. I want goals are saying Fuad's talking like Ronaldo doesn't have technical brilliance. You see, because I praised Ronaldo's physical attributes, I've ignored his technical brilliance. And Messi now all of a sudden doesn't have it. Listen, don't forget Messi out-jumped Rio in the Champions League final for a header. Nobody expected that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we appreciate every side of the game. But I'm just saying, listen, everyone has their preferences. Mine is Ronaldo, unfortunately. But I appreciate Messi as well, man.
Apples and
the only
oranges,
thing
like that.
is, I always say, man, Messi was part of...
So was Ronaldo.
He turned football.
So was Ronaldo.
Messi, Barcelona and Spain single-handedly made football a more technical, a more tactical, a more team-based game. And I hate that.
Why?
I like it when it was all kick and run, long ball, real men, who's the hardest, let's have it out. Like, if you watch a Premier League game from 2002, yeah, the amount of hoofballs that you see, and it's just first header, win the second challenge. I'm like, yo, this is real men's football.
the guy that
and then what
started that.
happened was, you got the guys like Zidane, who were the technical master, and you appreciate them even more. Because you're like, look at all these wrestlers, and then this ballet in the middle.
This majestic
ballerina,
man over here.
That's why Riquelmes and Pablo Aimars, you love them.
Yeah.
But now, everyone's a tech merchant. Now our bloody fullbacks are wingers.
Do you know who you got to
Our
thank for that, lad?
centre-backs, we're telling them to play with the ball. Goalkeepers, hey, can you dribble? Goalkeepers are trying to dribble and costing their country. Bloody hell, man. Take it back to the old days, man.
You know,
Do you
you've
play
got
as well, Fuad?
Not anymore. I'm too old now, man.
too old. He's 31.
Hey, yo. Don't be adding years to my age.
Man said. The person that you've got to thank for that football, mate, is
Bro, I'm
Johan
telling you,
Cruyff.
football keeps you young, man.
Johan Cruyff is the man that changed football, lad.
Hey,
He made them teams what they were.
All I'm going to say is, Doyle, keep going.
Yeah, Johan Cruyff was the one that went to Barcelona and said, lads, you want to be good at football?
Oh.
Watch me. Follow this philosophy.
Ooh! 2-1 Australia! Let's go! Game on! 76 minutes. Deflected long shot. Boom!
Man.
Lucky goal.
Let's go!
It's there, lads.
Aussie!
Oi!
Vamos!
Didn't see that one coming, did we? Wow.
Yes. Australia said, oh, you thought it was over?
He shot from there.
Mate.
Oh, no.
He said, go on, have it. And guess what? That was going to the rafters.
Yeah, it was.
That was going to Rosette.
Oh,
that was
that was a
going to
deflection.
Rosette. That should actually be an own goal.
It is an own goal.
Give it
that
to
will
him.
definitely be an own goal.
Give it to him.
That is an own goal, 100%.
100%.
Game on!
Mental.
Oh, this is mad.
Crikey koalas.
Oh my God, soccer is mad.
2-1.
Hey, see that little rainbow?
Argentina just took Alvarez off as well. Oof.
Oh, look at that. Oh, no. I still think that Argentina should get over the line.
Oh my God, 13 minutes left.
I did
Plus
say where
stoppage time,
something
bro.
mad happened.
This
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah.
20 minutes.
Mad.
Hey,
This could go to extra
if
time. lad.
Argentina mentally
This is
cave
crazy.
in this now, oh boy.
And I think that's where they've been at fault. They usually mentally struggle, don't they?
Mate, we saw South Korea last minute comeback. We saw Iran last minute winners. We have seen so many things happen in the last
we're gonna
15
do
minutes
it
of
in
this tournament.
Australia.
Oh my God,
Okay.
it's getting saucy.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
going to give them
It's getting
some
proper
confidence,
saucy now,
boys.
lad.
Anyone want some fruit? I've got some berries and orange.
No, I'm good,
I'm
thank
okay,
you.
thank you.
That was their first shot in 48 minutes.
First
Wow.
shot
Wow.
in 48
Wow.
minutes and
Wow,
it was
wow,
wide, but went in still.
And they find
Wonderful.
the back of the
That's
net.
what football's all about.
wow.
With the support of Argentina.
Took a big deflection of my boy Romero, man. Hey, it ain't easy, man.
They brought Martinez on though for Alvarez, didn't they? So Diop's got a striker on still.
Oh,
Messi
yeah,
messed
Alvarez
up
has come off, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Messi's mad, isn't he? Like, I love all the praise I give him, I love him and that, but he does just stop sometimes, it's mad. He just completely
He just
stops.
starts walking, innit?
Yeah. He's made art of walking, he's made walking an art.
Do you know what's going to annoy me, yeah? Is there's going to be a bunch of kids watching that thinking they can do that as well.
No.
And it's like,
You
are
cannot do
not
that.
Messi.
No. He has to,
That's my issue with small little things like that.
no, I agree. And that's, you, as a young man or a young woman, you cannot play like that. You have to be high energy and you have to...
Oh, what a tackle!
You have to
Oh
offer
my
so much
God.
more.
That is what you call last-ditch defending.
That's what you call fighting.
Messi has enough credit in the bank to be able to do that because he's one of the greatest players of all time.
Ooh, that
And
would
he
have been
can still
offside as
offer
well.
something.
That would have been just offside, but what a recovery, man.
Yeah,
Love a challenge like that. There's a bit of vintage Fuad there.
Vintage Fuad.
Hey, man.
This
More
man is still a young
substitutions.
man, okay? He's not old. It's mad.
How said you have me talk about myself like I'm 55?
Hello, lads.
Literally.
McAllister's coming off.
Listen, the Aussies are loving it, man. I'm sure it must be crazy hours over there, man. Those of you who stayed up throughout the stream, big up you lot, man. Argentina have the bottle gene in the World Cup, says
They
Osaiwe.
do. They really do. In fact, this top right here was the year that they bottled it, wasn't it?
Imagine Argentina go out today.
Oh, big up Cal Alba
Surely
there
not.
as well. He sent in a great super chat. He says, Maradona's charisma made his teammates better. No player had that level of leadership ever. People forget that Sevilla went to the top of the league when he was there for a short period after his suspension. Crazy.
That's true, that, you know, his
Even like
charisma.
Napoli winning the Serie A back then was an absurd thing. And then they won the UEFA Cup as well, wasn't it?
He's just had a massive impact on football, Maradona, without a shadow of a doubt. And you could literally watch him kick a football and see that he had massive charisma.
Do you know what's crazy to think as well? That his lifestyle was one of the least professional lifestyles. It makes you
Absolutely,
think,
lads, yeah.
imagine if he took the game.
Oh!
Oh my God, Australia! Oh my God! Oh my God! That
I got a feeling
Argentina just got Ankara Messi themselves.
Australia's going to get a second
Wow,
goal.
I wish that went in. Listen,
Martinez, do you see that for the tackle?
Australia, give us
They're going
one
to get a
more.
second goal.
Oh my
I
God.
beg, as Kelechi would say.
Oh my
I
God.
beg all.
Hey,
Mate, come on,
Argentina,
Australia.
if you bottle this, yeah.
Oh, please. Someone called it as
Second
well.
goal
They said 2-2 penalties.
Shot outside the
Oh my God,
box.
oh my God.
Oh, and it's just gone over.
Hey, listen. We got a game in our hands. Last 10.
I got a feeling it's going to go 2-2, mate.
This
Hey,
is
that
brilliant.
a great run.
If he
That is
scored
a
that,
great run. He went past 4 man.
He could have passed it as well,
Oh
you know.
my God, dude. His head would have been on the moon if that went in. Oh my God, we almost saw one of the greatest World Cup goals,
Yeah,
man.
we did then. That was, la.
Oh my God, bruv. We would have heard screams from Australia.
Literally.
Wow, they've given us a game here, aren't they, the Aussies? Good lads, good lads.
Martinez, man.
Saved them there, didn't he?
Saved them.
Wow,
Licha.
what a run. What a run.
Oof. Guys, last 10 minutes now.
Tight one for Argentina. Look like they need another goal to stop them. Oh, take the wind. Oh, okay.
Hey, Australia are feeling it. They're not sitting back. Look how high their line is. Yes. Go.
Look at Messi. Bit of
Hey, Messi, rise, man. Tell your team to raise the levels, man. Lead your team. Better see this out, man. Why would you go back?
And to think as well, right? Matty Ryan gave them their second goal. Like it was a proper bad mistake.
I know, that's even more annoying.
Oh my God! So now that hauntless,
Oh, Matty.
that sleepless night is going to be confirmed for Matty Ryan if this
Yeah.
ends like this.
Yeah. Imagine
wow.
if he didn't gift them that, it would have been 1-1.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God! Man.
Crazy.
Ugh. I feel scared for
Sanchez,
Argentina.
Ankara Aussie.
Ankara Aussie.
2-1, 82 minutes.
It works. AW's right, man. It's squeaky bum time for sure, man. Scaloni trying to get his players up the pitch. Brother, you might have left it too late, man.
I can't believe
Do you know
this.
what's crazy though? I
Australia.
haven't seen Argentina create a ton of like goal scoring chances in this game.
No,
Like, are you walking away from this thinking Argentina should be 3 or 4 up? Because
No.
I'm not.
no.
Not really, no. I think this...
They've
I
been
actually think
efficient.
Australia have defended very well in this.
Yeah, they've been really good defensively.
Argentina have been efficient, mates, with the chances that they've had, they scored them. That's what you need to be in these games.
Lautaro on Argentina start losing straight away.
Yeah, he's had a poor World Cup so far, hasn't he? He's been actually poor for Inter as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's not been having the best of times. Wow, what must be going through his head right now? He's like, I scored the goal, boys, what's going on?
Isn't it?
Spin rate? I've never seen that before, have you?
Spin
Ball
rate,
rate,
distance,
spin
and
rate,
speed.
Yeah.
everything.
Look at Messi there. I am the GOAT. Wow.
People are saying Lisandro, man of the match. If you guys had to give him man of the match, who would you give your man of the match to?
Oh. Would you just go Messi because he scored the first goal and it's Messi?
Yeah,
I don't know. There's no one else that really sort of stands out like, yeah,
My boy
they've been
Harry Suter was
outstanding.
having a stormer, you know, I can't even lie.
Who?
Harry
Harry
Suter.
Suter.
But he conceded 2 goals, lad.
Yeah.
I mean, the second one wasn't his fault, like, but you know.
I guess I got to give it to that.
Messi just doesn't have that pace anymore, does he?
How old is he now? 35?
35, 36.
That'd be
Fair play, man.
something around
Fair
that.
play. I always forget that, I can't lie to you.
Yeah, they're old, lad. Him and Ronaldo are old, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've always known Ronaldo's older than him.
Yeah,
So I've always
37
thought like,
years.
oh, if Ronaldo's 37, Messi must be like 33.
Yeah.
But he's actually 35.
Yeah.
Yo, 35 is old.
So what I mean, they're both coming to the twilight. And this is the last few years they're going to play football, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, no, get up, mate.
Oh my God.
85
What
minutes.
a turnaround this would be for
Listen,
Australia if they
Australia's
could make it, man.
looking vibrant, boy. They're looking like they got some...
Go on, give it one more.
Boost of energy.
No, he thought he made it into the channel. No. Listen, if Australia make this comeback, sending Messi home on his 1000th game
That is
after he
mad.
scored to give them the lead.
The Australia,
Yeah.
Crazy.
This story would be written about in Australian history.
do Argentina know that they can't waste time because they're trying to waste time.
This is the kind of game
You
I feel
can't
like
waste
if-
time
No,
because
they
they
can't.
count it.
Yeah,
So you just add them more time
you
at the
just
end
have
of
to
the
play
game.
on.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of game, if Australia can turn this around, this is the kind of game where kids at home will stop playing rugby and cricket to
Yeah.
start playing football.
It's true.
What,
Very,
if
very
Messi
true.
did
If they
them?
can somehow turn this around or like knock Argentina out in some way, genuinely.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
Those monumental type of games, I'm telling you, some kids are like, hold on, I want to be part of the next batch that
Yeah.
does that.
When Liverpool, remember when Arsenal were invincible and all that, and then you just come to Anfield on the season after or the season after that, I can't remember, and you were just unstoppable. It was unbelievable. But then we beat you, and it was a Neil Mellor screamer.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I remember being so
made a career
inspired
of
by
that.
that because I was like, Arsenal, you can't beat Arsenal, and we beat
Yeah.
them. Wow, like, do you know what I mean? That type
Yeah,
of inspiration.
yeah.
So that's what they'll get from this. Same with like all the
Definitely.
Japanese kids. You've seen it nowadays. I said it earlier in the stream. They're all playing in Europe. They're all playing against these European, South Americans, all this.
Mate,
They're
it's-
used to it now.
It's so weird. I said,
Football's
do you
international.
want to
lad.
know? Do you want to know the game that really made me fall in love with football? Like, you know, when you're growing up as a kid, I think you watch it purely because like your family's watching it. or
Was
your
it
dad.
Liverpool v AC Milan
Like,
Champions League final?
No, it wasn't. Bro, I swear to you, it was the most obscure game. One random morning, yeah, I woke up super early. I think it was like 2003. And it was Deportivo versus Monaco. I think you can go, someone can go and check it. It
Deportivo.
finished 8-5 on aggregate. And it was one of the most highest scoring games. And you know, like when you're a kid and you just wake up early and you just turn the TV
Yeah.
on. I was like, yo, what the heck? I don't know any players on these two teams, but this is one of the most entertaining games I watched. And I learned so many like different European players. And I was like, yo, football's wicked, you know? I was like, and this was like me. Normally I'm watching team I support. This
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
me knowing, and I said, nah, I think I love football. That day confirmed to me like, nah, I'm with
was
this
it.
game. No matter who's playing, I'm watching.
Deportivo had a final against Liverpool as well, but that was really high scoring.
Mate, that was super Depor days.
Yeah.
After that was I started to get to know, oh shit, Valeron, Diego Tristan, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, Manuel Pablo, Jalaminia. Hey, these men are decent, you know.
Yeah.
Wormlet says, Fuad was a kid in 2003. Damn, I feel old. Bro.
State your age.
Hey, the Aussies are still jumping in the comment section, man. David Bell says, come on, Australia. Top G says, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi,
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 oi.
mate. Oh, he's on. Oh, Messi won't be greedy there. Oh,
Ooh,
take
is
the
he?
shot.
He's got
Oh,
it.
it's
gonna
game.
finish.
Oh, my God.
How did you not notice
Lautaro
that? That could
Martinez.
have just secured it.
Every tournament, there's one man who lets Lionel Messi down. Whether it be Higuain
Higuain.
or whether it be Higuain again.
Ah.
This time it's Lautaro.
That was Messi went. Yeah, lad, there's a goal on a plate for you. Want it? Here you go, bro.
I know you're
And
from
he's
ball
like,
players.
yeah.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
On a plate.
He skinned 4 players as well.
Wow.
Meanwhile, on the other
Wow.
side, oh,
Even though Messi doesn't
Lautaro.
have the top speed that he used to have, he does have still some of that acceleration off the mark, that first
Who,
2-3
Messi?
steps.
Yeah. The little
Still
nippy.
got it, lad. Yeah, he's got it still, lad. That's how he's able to beat men like that, lad. That was
I almost
Messi's
call it
so
like
good.
penguin feet sprint.
So good. Brilliant to watch.
Chris 99 might be onto something. He says that.
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Where is
Please. Harry
6'6",
Suter's head. Please.
Oh, there you go. See Martinez then. The young, small lad against the big one.
Mate, look at all these tiny Argentines crouch. Listen, Suter will eat you all for breakfast, lads. No, I don't know, actually. That's Ramiro and Martinez.
That's it. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Nathan says, anyone who doesn't rate Lisandro is just attention seeking.
It's just attention. I mean, I don't like him as a person because he's horrible. But
Wait.
also, yeah,
Which Martinez are you talking about there?
the one at the back, the centre back.
Oh, okay.
When he played Liverpool, lad,
Oh,
he
man,
was
is he doing
horrible.
that the striker?
He was.
I don't rate the
horrible.
striker.
Oh, Martinez, him.
Yeah, I've been saying
Oh, sorry.
Lautaro.
I thought you sorry.
No, but yeah, Mini Martinez.
Oh, lad, against
Absolute
Liverpool,
killer,
he
man.
was, like what you said, just a dog, lad. I'd love to have him on the team, lad, but not against him. He's horrible.
I think Rick Irvin is on to me. He said, go on, Fuad. Blame Messi again.
Got
Look how
into
bad his
extra
teammates
time.
are letting him down.
Literally.
Messi!
How many
Can you
minutes
rise?
added on? 7 minutes added on.
Hey, 7
Enough time for
minutes!
Australia to do something.
Ooh.
7 minutes.
Matthew Leckie. I know you have a plan for me, baby.
Martinez has got some. Oh my God, lad.
Mate,
Hey.
Lautaro Martinez. I need there to be blood on your hands. MVGFM sends a super chat. He says, if this was Inter Milan, that would be in the top corner from Lautaro. The international shirt is too big for these lot. Sometimes I feel bad for Messi.
I watched Lautaro, score a screamer at Anfield, lad. Proper screamer. Every single shot he's had in this World Cup's went wide.
Gave it that, innit?
Yeah.
After he scored, I remember.
Screamer, lad. Absolute, it was wonder goal. And then he can't hit the Bandori here, lad. It's mad. Pressure must be big. And he even pointed at the floor like, where's the floor? Brother, you're a professional footballer, lad. Bobbles,
in
no
a brand
bobbles.
new Qatar stadium where they furnish the grass every morning. I'm not having that, Lautaro. Don't blame the grass.
Look at the ref there, lad.
In
See
it,
that?
it's
You know
squaring
Rodrigo-
up
Say,
to
do you want
like-
beef?
in
I want
it.
beef, lad.
wanna fight?
I have seen in this tournament Rodrigo de Paul complete more completed arguments than completed passes. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. I have not seen that man kick any ball, but every time there's an altercation, he's front line.
He's there. That's why he's on the team, lad, isn't
I'm
it?
like, bro, this guy is the enforcer. That's it.
Yeah. You need them all, lad.
God damn.
Everyone plays a special role in the team, lad.
Hey, big up Coneman4417. He says it's 7 a.m. in Brisbane. Brother, you are a true soldier of the World Cup.
Have you got work tomorrow?
Bruv.
Or work today, even.
What?
Yeah, literally.
Listen, if you have work and your job is not letting you watch this World Cup or giving you time off to watch this World Cup, you need to fire your manager. Yeah? That is not the workplace you need to be, my friend.
Oh, you feel a bit bad for the
5 minutes
Socceroos at
left.
the moment, innit? They were valiant towards the end of this now. They've been valiant.
Oh, come on, Argentina, don't do this
Are
now.
they going to get another go?
Martinez.
Lautaro, go, let us down! Yes!
Oh, and it's a good
There he is! Typical
Come on,
Lautaro,
Ryan.
misses again,
Messi-
like I told you lot.
Messi giving it again as well.
My
They've
God,
got
man.
Messi.
Messi's just like, bro, do you want to swap positions? Because I'll go there if you want. Heavy.
My God.
Heavy.
False image. False image.
Oh, do you know what?
Any man you see with all the hair, all the tattoos, all the little low socks and all of that, them Dybalas, Lautaros,
It's mad,
all the
that,
gear,
that's
no
gone mad.
idea.
lad, it's mad, right? Paul Aguero, lad, with his condition that he's got. Oh my God, Messi is just,
go on.
like, lad, don't tell me Messi's
Messi,
not
no, Messi saw Lautaro in the box and said, fuck that! He said, fuck that, I'm going for
I
goal.
thought that was going to be a mad goal.
Did you see that though? He looked up, saw Lautaro and said, nope, I'm going for goal.
It wasn't even that far
That
off.
was almost in as well. Fuck. That was reminiscent of the first goal when he scored against Mexico.
Lad, he skinned 4 men again, 3 men. Honestly, just incredible.
Messi.
Barcelona
Messi.
fans, you were lucky, you know, to watch him for the last, when he played for you for 10 years or something. You lucky people. There he is again, lad.
Messi, back on the ball.
And this is what I mean, he takes responsibility, lad. He's asking for the ball always. That's a
Corner
man
flag,
that
corner
wants
flag, corner flag.
responsibility, lad.
Nobody wants to pass to Lautaro. They said, hey, keep it here, keep it away from him.
Yeah.
Messi's like, foul me, lad. Go ahead, foul. Oh!
No.
This
Look,
fella,
he
lad.
sees Lautaro, he's still not going to give it. Oh my God, Lautaro missed
Hit
again.
it.
To Messi?
Oh my God, he missed again.
Oh, blocked.
Lautaro miskicked the ball completely.
And no, lad. Oh! Skill.
Oh, he got crunched. Oh my God. Argentina are so mean, man. Let Australia get a goal.
I love how he had someone so clear on the right wing and went, oh, Messi's there, though. Let's give it to Messi.
Oh, Lautaro, let him down again. Yeah, he's let him down again.
good save.
What a disappointment. What a disappointment.
Wowzers.
I think Messi was already on the way down there when he got that. Oh, it was one of them, man. He fell over after he was like, Lautaro, you're rubbing off on me, lad.
Matt Ryan done well there.
Oh, bloody hell, bro. I'm just going to say it, Messi definitely man of the match.
Yeah,
Honestly,
100%.
man of the match.
Especially in these last few minutes as well, boy.
Incredible. What a footballer to watch. What an incredible footballer. Even now he's 35 and he's still better than everyone on the pitch. He's still better.
Literally.
He's still better than everyone.
Oh,
No, that is actually Messi. Fair play to you today, man. Even me, I've had to put my hating
Whoa.
bag down today.
And I wore this outfit, for this game, and he doesn't let me down. Made it with that. I've had your flag in my hand all stream.
yeah, you haven't put that
You haven't
down.
let this go. Look at that, man.
Messi.
Is right. So, Argentina, Netherlands is going to be a game and a half, innit?
Mate,
Yes.
I actually cannot wait.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an
Mouth-watering
exciting game.
fixture, that.
It
That
is.
is prime-time World Cup.
I really want to, I can't wait for that.
Atmosphere, aggression, beautiful football,
Everything.
good players, technical ability. What more do you want?
Everything.
People are saying Lautaro cannot start for Argentina again.
It's mad, yeah. Like, Dybala's not been getting a single game, and like, you can argue why he hasn't, but when Lautaro's playing like this, you're just like, well, why not stick him on anyway? Because Lautaro's not doing nothing, is he? In fact, not is he only doing nothing, he's missing everything, making it worse.
Bro, that guy stinks.
To be fair to him, he's in the right positions, always.
Bro.
But he's just missing it.
You see, sometimes, I feel like we do that thing of letting off strikers where we say, hey, as long as they're getting in the right positions, you know, they're cool. Getting in the right position, you're basics. That's basics. So for me, when you get in those positions, finish that, man. Yeah. And especially, I'm sorry, Lautaro's been someone who has been getting so much hype from the European football hipsters who watch a bit of Serie A and then will tell you, he's world class, mate.
European football hipsters.
I know, I'm one of them. But people will tell you, as someone who watches Serie A, I still don't rate him, bro. Yeah. But people will gas him up and like he's this world class talent. And I'm like, guys, if you watch it,
do you know what he reminds me
of? He's not good enough! Australia, please! Come on! Oh my God!
I thought that was about to go in.
Do you remember I said him as well? Oh my God! I called it before the game even kicked off. I said that kid is going to do something today and have a big moment.
Emi Martinez again.
Yeah, listen,
you know what? Fair play,
solid.
You actually said it. You said
solid.
He is the difference maker in that back line. And 100%. That exact moment, Charlene, is exactly what he's talking about.
100%, exactly. Listen, he's such a confident keeper.
Wow.
Like, he pulls off some amazing saves. We was actually gutted when we was losing.
I was going to say to you, as an Arsenal fan, is there ever a tinge of regret for letting him go and choosing Leno over him?
Do you know what? Initially, there was. Like, we didn't want him to go.
Yeah.
But obviously, he wanted to play first team football, which is why he ended up going to Villa. And we was absolutely gutted. And we kept calling, even after he'd left, like, oh, why did we let him go and everything? But, you know, it's all panned out well. We've got Ramsdale now, but I was gutted to see him go.
Mate,
100%.
and that's it, man. Argentina have gone through.
Well done, Argentina.
But my God, man, I got to say,
what
listen,
a game.
Commiserations to Australia, but one thing you cannot fault them is effort, man. I swear to you.
Thanks for giving us a valiant performance there, because that's exactly what that was.
The definition of going down swinging from the high press. You remember what we were saying before the game? We hope they approach the game how Saudi Arabia approached it. Yeah. The mid-block in the first half. Then in the second half, they actually started pressing a lot higher and saying, we're going to take the game to them. And even when they went 2 goals down, where you can kind of just think, you know what, we're down tools. It's Messi's time. They still went for it. They pulled a goal back. And even at the end, they're just almost equalised. But what did you guys think of that from both teams?
They literally fought all the way to the end, Australia. I think they've done really well. Defensively, they was good. Like we were saying earlier, you know, if it weren't for that mistake, they would have still been very much in the game. It would have, you know, been 1-1.
Matt Ryan's going to be crying himself to sleep.
He will, but, you know, big well done to Australia. They did put up a fight and they done really well, but, you know, Argentina are the ones that's gone through.
I mean, listen, 1000th game, gets his goal,
Messi.
Man of the match. Is this perfectly what you were looking for?
Exactly, yeah, literally exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to see Socceroos get embarrassed or nothing, but I did want to see Messi have a good performance, and for me that was a man of the match performance. That took responsibility, he wanted the ball always, kept hold of the ball, he didn't waste it, he took care of it, and he gave out so many opportunities to Lautaro. Like, if he was on better finishing form, this would have been 4-1, 3-1, but he wasn't. So for me, Messi, phenomenal, the GOAT. Wonderful. Tied on 3 now for the Golden Boot as well, so that's wonderful. Lad. He could even get them. That's another storyline for you. Doesn't score in all the knockout games, but scores in all of these ones now and gets the Golden Boot. Wins the World Cup. Messi is the best ever. The GOAT. Ronaldo cries. Everything is well in the world.
The world will not be ready for that. The world.
I'm ready for that. Please give that. I want that.
Man.
Give me that.
That is spooky. Big up Kingsley Twam as well, sending a super chat. He goes, a conversation needs to be had about Martinez. Now, people, as you know, there's 2 L Martinez's in this team. You need to start verifying which one, yeah? But I imagine he's talking about Lautaro. What do we think of him? Like, obviously, Argentina have gone through, so that's not obviously hampered them. But is that something to be concerned about? Where do you have any like worries where it's, you know, the Higuain thing again?
Yeah, 100%, bro.
There's teammates around him where Messi himself is maybe not going to be the guy to let you down. He might be the guy to even drag them to the final. But then those guys around him, are they going to pick up the slack? Are they going to make mistakes at the wrong time?
And this is why he's made a mistake not playing Dybala in the group stages.
And I asked that before the game as
He
well.
literally just made a mistake doing that, because now if he does want to play him in these knockout stages, he hasn't run. He hasn't been playing football for like 4 matches or something. So I think he's made a mistake there, and it's hard to say he's made a mistake in the sense that Lautaro Martinez is a good footballer usually, lad. He is. He plays well for Inter Milan. He hasn't this season, but he's proved himself in the past. It's just, he's not doing it in this World Cup. I don't know what it is. Pressure, level, I don't know what it is, lad, but he's not doing it. And Messi looked disappointed in him. His whole teammates did. They weren't passing him the ball, lad. They literally were like, no. No. Just kept an eye on the ball, lad. So, I don't know what you can say there. Messi can't do everything on his own. He can't.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, fair play. And listen, they play Holland in the next round.
What
man.
game?
It's going to be an exciting
What a game that
fixture.
is going to be, honestly. I can't wait for that. I think that's going to be, you got Messi's final run. You got Ajax, Holland. You've got LVG on his last run as well, and they've turned over USA 3-1 today as well. So both teams won today. Both teams play each other in the next round. And listen, guys, it's been another wicked stream.
It has.
And I appreciate both Doyle, Charlene as well. Appreciate you being
appreciate
on.
You
guys,
also.
appreciate you guys as well being part of the conversation as well, as per usual. Make sure you're smashing a like on the stream as well. Make sure you're still getting involved in the prediction battle as well, because you can still make your picks for tomorrow's games as well. Remember, there's daily prizes to be won. You don't have to get them all right. You just have to get the most right. And listen, there's plenty of prizes to be won. So make sure you go scan the QR code or click the link. Go and make your picks and get involved, guys. That's another DR watch along stream from us, and we will see you tomorrow for another round. Peace out.
Bye.
Let's play DR Sports Prediction Battle. Are you obsessed with football like me? Do you know your Senegal from your Switzerland, your Ghana from your Germany, your England from your Ecuador? Put your knowledge to the test against me or any of the others playing DR Sports Prediction Battle this World Cup. Sign up and play by clicking the link. You just have to get the most right to win. Being obsessed with football might actually pay off. Just look at me.
Everyone's talking about metaverses, but I'm well happy to be in the OG metaverse, the game that started it all. If you played, send us a tweet to @DR Sports Media. We had this room made specially for the DR Sports fan base. You can get custom-made clothing, items and furniture based on DR Sports colours. To open the shop, click the shopping trolley. There are all sorts of other rooms and games in Habbo. Open up the navigator window on the bottom right-hand side of your toolbar to see. And I'll be here once every week, and I want to see you there. Make sure to follow DR Sports on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, because we're running a weekly competition for you to interview me in Habbo.